Charlamagne the God here.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. Thank you for joining us for another week of ignorant intellectualism.
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man.
Thanks for showing up, Charlamagne.
I
2 hours fucking late.
I'll be having other business. It's so funny. I was late for the meeting that I just came from.
Hold on, let me laugh at that for you. Ha, ha.
Hey, man, it's the truth. It's not like
funny.
It's not like I'm just sitting around twiddling my fucking thumbs.
Well, that's what the fuck I was doing for the last 2 hours while you've been at this meeting.
I was at the radio station, and I had a bunch of interviews that came, and then Chris Morrow came, and we had to do our weekend syndicated show, and I had to go run over to this meeting. Mm-hmm. And I left from that meeting to come here and do this podcast. Listen, I make the most of my 24 hours.
Apparently you do.
It's 168 hours in a week. I do not waste one.
That's good.
Matter of fact, I want to talk about that in a second.
You did waste 2 of my hours, but that's okay.
Technically, I'm saying all that to say you shouldn't have any hours to be wasted. You should be late too.
You know what? I can't because I respect your time. I got places to do, man.
You act like I'm late on purpose.
I got to go to Delaware tonight for a show.
Okay, talk some talk.
You know what I'm saying? Not all of us have meetings in the city. Some of us have to travel to get our money. You know what I'm saying? So, please respect the little folks that got to do those things.
Listen, this show...
Respect the consumer, Charlamagne.
Well, listen, the consumer's fine. The consumer's getting this on time. This comes out Thursday at noon.
No thanks to you piece of shit.
The consumer's getting it on time.
I'm so fucking pissed off.
You fucked up my mics, man. All right, this show, The Brilliant Idiots, is sponsored by Nature Box. Nature Box ships great tasting, wholesome snacks right to your door in a timely manner.
Okay,
forget the vending machine.
In an un-Charlamagne-like manner. Let's put it that way.
Forget the vending machine and start snacking smarter with wholesome, delicious treats like dark cocoa almonds. And support the Brilliant Idiots podcast by offering a free Nature Box sampler box at naturebox.com.
Look at that. You get to support us by getting free shit. Yes, what an amazing situation that we have.
Just put /idiots after naturebox.com.
That's it. We're going to give you free things.
Free Nature Box snacks are found at naturebox.com/idiots. Now let's start the show. Yes, listen, 168 hours in a week. I think I've told y'all this before, but I want to reiterate this because I was just having this conversation again with some young interns. You have 168 hours in a week. You have time to chase your reality, and you have time to chase your dream. Well, let me rephrase that. You have time to deal with your reality, and you have time to chase your dream, meaning that you can have a job, you can be an intern, and you can do whatever else it is the fuck you want to do. That's the further your goals and further your dreams. And you can go to school. All this shit is only about 6 to 8 hours at a time.
Yeah.
If you got a job, you work 40 hours a week.
Listen, don't take any timing advice from Charlamagne the God. Okay?
I'm always on time.
You'll miss your school. You're always on time?
Listen, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You think this podcast is late? No, they're getting this podcast at noon on Thursday. Okay.
That's because Chris is on time.
And technically,
Chris and Dwayne are on time.
Technically, we have a window. What was our window supposed to be today?
I got to be out by 3.
Okay. So we're starting this at...
Don't try to act like you're not late. Just accept that you're late.
Technically, I'm not late.
You are late.
Late would be 3:05.
Late is when we say, let's meet at 12, and you're here at 1:43.
But I text you prior and said, look, let's get closer to 1.
What would your boss say if you showed up an hour and 43 minutes late?
I'd have been like, hey, I'm filming right now. I'm doing something. I would not be there on time.
And then what would she say?
She was like, okay, Charlamagne.
Would she be like, technically you're actually on time still?
She'd be like, okay.
She would say you're going to be late.
Absolutely.
God, now that's
She'd
a good thing.
Okay.
That's a good thing. So in the future, just give us a text.
I did text you.
You text me. I'll be there at 1.
I said I'll be there at 1.
And then what time did you show up?
Like 1:25,
1:47.
Hey, man, listen.
I just need to get it off my chest.
All
I
can
my
say is
Let's
I have things that I have to do to ensure that my kids will eat in the future. Okay? I don't want them to sell cookies.
Matter of fact, if they are going to sell anything, sell some Nature Box.
Listen, if you're going to be a Duncan
Nature Box are healthy snacks.
Hey, if you're going to be the next Duncan Hines, the next Betty Crocker, hey, do you, dog. I'm not mad at you. Go get those billions.
How was the interview, the Breakfast Club interview with Dame's son, Boogie?
Boogie's cool, man. I mean, I like Boogie. I like Luke. But I mean, it was exactly what I thought it was.
What do you mean?
They said it themselves, though. They're in the positions that they're in because of their father. But you can't just say that they're in the positions that they're in because of their father, because they still have to put in the work. They still have to put in the time. They still have to put in the energy to make the situations they're being put in work.
Successful.
Exactly.
Right.
So I mean, that's just what it is, and there's no secret. They're not hiding that fact, But that's what I was explaining to them. Like I wanted them to fill in the holes that Dame didn't fill in.
So what were the holes?
I mean, the hoes are.
How'd they get their start in?
They got because of their fathers, and they got partners. Like they said, they didn't put no money up.
So neither of them put money up for any of their business.
No.
Like Dame said,
So
put your own money up.
I mean, so I don't know. Dame said, if you don't put your money up, you're not a boss. You're a supervisor. But I mean, they own equity.
He also called me stupid, by the way, because I said don't put your money up if you don't have to.
He called you stupid. Well, I don't think it was that. I think he called you stupid because he said, what's wrong with being direct to consumer? But he misquoted you because what you said was
I'm all about direct to consumer.
No, what you said was when it comes to reference to films, nobody is putting a film straight on the internet if they have means
to put it in the movie theaters.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You're not doing that because you want to.
Yeah.
You're doing it because they won't allow you to do it any
You didn't
way.
shit on direct to consumer. That's what we do.
That's all I want is direct to consumer.
That's what the Brilliant Idiots is.
Hello,
direct
we
to
put it
consumer.
out. You get it.
Your online stuff on YouTube, direct to consumer.
That's all I want. Direct to consumer. So I don't want any middleman.
He just kind of misquoted you a little bit.
That's fine. I mean, whatever.
He called you a young Leor though.
Which I was
little Leor.
That was the only thing I was offended by.
Why?
Because he said I look like Leor Cohen and I feel like I'm cuter.
Listen, he's doing what Leor Cohen's Jewish. He's doing what everybody else does, mistaking you for a Jewish person.
Oh, so all Jewish people look alike, even if you're not Jewish.
Don't act like Dame.
Listen,
don't act like Dame is the first person to mistake you for a Jewish person. Okay. All right.
As long as it's a wealthy one, I'm okay with it.
Little Leor.
Hey, they call me Young Leor.
Little Leor in the building.
It is what it is.
I want to interview Leor Cohen.
We should get him in and ask him what it was like to have Dame as an employee.
Hey, I want to interview Leo. I do. I'm actually working on that. I mean, I like interviewing people. Just like I like interviewing Dame. I like interviewing people that have moved culture forward. You know, whether Dame Dash thinks he's a culture vulture or not. I don't think he's a culture vulture. I think he's been a great asset to hip hop. But I've never worked with him. You know what I'm saying? But
I can't say he's been a great asset to hip hop.
Why you say that?
Well, I mean, I judge people on a lot of people say, Dame created Jay.
I don't believe that.
Now
you can't create somebody like Jay-Z.
Jay said that himself. What was the line he said? Like,
he said, I heard motherfuckers saying they made Hove. Made me say, okay, well, go make another Hove then.
And there hasn't been another Hove.
Exactly.
Now
Phil Jackson didn't make Michael Jordan.
Hey, you're not lying. But what I'm basically talking about with this situation is I look at Hove and Dame on the come up together, right? They're both successful together, right?
Yep.
They separate. Jay continues to be successful. Dame, not so much.
Perception-wise. I don't know what Dame has been doing.
Well, I think it's. I'm just
giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't like to assume.
I'll assume all the time. I can say without a shadow of doubt that Jay is more successful than Dame.
Yeah,
at this current stage in their
but
careers.
I can't say that Dame. I agree with that.
Sure.
But I'm not gonna say Dame hasn't been successful.
No, and I didn't say that either. I just said Jay is more successful.
Oh, absolutely.
Which makes me feel that Dame's success was more of a factor of Jay-Z's greatness than Jay-Z's success being influenced by Dame's greatness.
I'm gonna tell you why. When you're an executive, executives have to rely on other talent in order for them to prosper.
You need the talent.
The talent can go off and be the talent. Don't get me wrong, you talents might need executives too, but what happens when you're the player coach like Hove? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you're
Bill Russell.
When you're exactly. When you're
Hove was Bill Russell.
You're a damn good executive and you're a great talent.
Exactly.
That's a hell of a combination.
Bill Russell did great with Red Auerbach.
Yeah.
And then the second Red left and retired.
I kept it going.
Hey, 2 championships. Player coach.
Keep it the fuck going.
Now, Dame, not as much success afterwards. So you can say what you want to say. If all of his credit in the industry is based off the success of one man, and that man has done better without him.
Now, Dame did say, which was very interesting in the interview he did with the guy they called a hip-hop Barbara Walters. Yo, FYI, Dame. Now, then listen, Dame, a lot of things you say real men don't do. Could you tell your man that real men do not refer to themselves as hip-hop Barbara Walters?
And also,
I think his name's Kenyatta. I want to give him the proper respect. I don't know him, but I know he seems like a media guy, so I'm going to pay him some respect. I think his name's Kenyatta.
And I'm glad that you did the video and everything like that, but Kenyatta, buy some microphones. The video quality was ISIS-worthy.
Hey.
I've seen ISIS beheadings that have better production quality than that video that you put out.
Listen, Dame Dash made a lot of us think. You know what I'm saying? And as I sit there and I watch his hip hop motivation videos like I was doing before he came to the Breakfast Club, I said to myself, there's no way in hell I'm quitting iHeartMedia to go do my own show in somebody's living room with that terrible sound quality.
That sound is echoey.
Not doing it. And I remember, I've been watching the hip hop motivation videos so long that I remember when y'all used to pass the microphones back and forth to each other, one microphone.
It was one mic.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Listen,
right?
Do not take Nas songs that seriously.
Exactly. You need more than one mic.
Sometimes you need two mics.
All I need is one mic when you're one person on stage performing. When you're in a radio station or trying to do an interview, you need more than one mic.
2 mics, 3 mics.
But salute to Kenyatta. All I'm saying is, Kenyatta, real men do not call themselves the hip-hop Barbara Walters. If Barbara Walters is an inspiration of yours, great, cool. Because Oprah is one of mine. Wendy Williams is one of mine. But I don't want around calling myself the hip-hop Oprah Winfrey or the male Wendy Williams. I just don't do that. Like, no.
You do call yourself a Winfrey Knowles Carter.
That's why I say my last name is Pinkett Smith Winfrey Knowles Carter.
Exactly.
But as Dame Dash says, I'm hustling for my last name, not my first. So I use the inspiration of those great last names.
You can be inspired by Barbara, but don't say you are.
I'm the hip hop Barbara Walters. You're a grown ass man, Kenyatta.
I'm the hip hop Babs.
Come on, man. I like Kenyatta. I like Kenyatta. Like I watch the hip hop motivational stuff. I watch what he does with Dame. It's cool. But
I don't know him. I honestly, for the first 2 minutes, I thought it was Killer Mike.
Oh,
so I have no clue who it was.
But no, let me go back to what I was saying. Dame said in that interview that he's made more money when he was less famous than he did when he was Rockefeller. So I don't know. Like
I believe that, and I understood what he was saying when he said I was able to have some ownership. He didn't have ownership with Rockefeller, so maybe with the money he made from Rockefeller, he invested in some things. Yeah, kind of like what we were talking about. First of all, I'm just happy we have another listener. I'm glad that Dame Dash listens to the Brilliant Idiots.
I respect it. I'm glad that, listen, first of all, there's a lot of people that ran with those Brilliant Idiots clips last week.
Thank you.
That we did having a conversation about that. And let me say something else about that. Dame, and that's like I even told his son yesterday, like, I don't want your father to think that I'm talking behind his back. It's just that I had thoughts after the interview. Like I told y'all, when the OGs come in the building, I pay them respect and I listen with the intent to understand, not reply. So even though there was a lot of things I didn't agree with Dame, I challenged them on the things I didn't agree with in the interview. But I had post thoughts when I sit back and I go home and I watch the interview. I'm like, yeah, that's dangerous to say. But it sparked a great conversation.
Phenomenal.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't be mad at me for a week later when Andrew says, let's talk about Dame. Like, no, I don't want to talk about Dame. What I'm supposed to say? No, I'm going to talk about how I feel about the situation.
You should always be allowed. This is America. Okay, you're always allowed to have an opinion, and sometimes it takes time for those opinions to crystallize.
Hey, listen, Dame's did.
He changed.
He changed his tune a week later.
Now let's discuss that.
I'm gonna read the tweet.
He did change his tune a week later, and I think we learned a valuable business lesson from Dame Dash. And that business lesson is: if you publicly disgrace your consumers, you will have to be publicly humiliated by them.
And that's when the whole trend started.
Tweet like Dame
Tweet
Dash.
like Dame Dash.
Hashtag tweet like Dame Dash. You insulted your consumers, right, to the point where they had to publicly humiliate you. And then that's when he started moonwalking. That's when he started backtracking everything. Oh, no, I didn't exactly mean you have to be a boss. I meant if you have money, you should invest it in a business. That's a lot of back talk.
Yeah, before he did the hip-hop motivational video, he tweeted, be your own boss, but don't quit your day job until you have the blueprint and money to invest in your business. Hashtag think business, hashtag think smart.
Can we say something about that?
Dame, I said that to you on the show. I said, but to his credit, when I did say to him on the Breakfast Club, I said, what's wrong with taking the money from the place you work at and investing it into other shit? He did say nothing.
Of course there's nothing wrong with it. Can we talk about this for 1 second? There's nothing wrong with it because that's like the most basic business knowledge there is. Take money and invest it. Hello. What other business knowledge do you have for us, Dame? I mean, when you have cash, store it in a bank?
Listen.
Is that a good, brilliant idea? Boss up. Take your cash and put it in a bank. Listen, no fucking shit.
This is what I tell people all the time. Nobody hears what you meant to say. They hear what you said. That's it. Nobody hears what you meant to say. They hear what you said. So you can't just assume people are going to understand what you mean when you say there's no pride in having a job. Having a boss is like calling another man daddy. Dame,
you insult.
That's not saying be your own boss, but don't quit your day job until you have the blueprint and money to invest in your business. No, that's two totally different conversations.
That's back talking. That's when everybody starts to shit on you and you realize, oh, wait a minute, these people that I just disgraced publicly, I need them to buy cookies.
I need them to be a businessman.
I need them to go to loisaida.com and buy the movie that I'm trying to put out. I better apologize to these folks. And why are you apologizing? Because like we said on the last Brilliant Idiots, when you're a boss, everyone is your boss.
Everyone is your boss.
The consumer is your boss. And when you fuck over your boss, you need to apologize to your boss. And that's exactly what Dame did and on those Instagram posts and in that last
Now, I will say Luke, Boogie Dash's partner, eloquently explained how the consumer, the customer, is your boss. Because his father owns, and I'm sure that y'all will hear the interview by the time this airs, but his father owns, I think, Clyde Frazier Restaurant.
Yeah.
In New York City.
9th Avenue and like 35th Street or something.
So he fully understands the whole concept of the consumer being your boss and, you know, how the customer comes first. So he did explain that wholeheartedly. Listen, I respect the fact that those young kids aren't just relying on their parents. You know what I'm saying? Because Luke's father used to own a restaurant, so he comes from that. Boogie Dash, of course, his father is Dame Dash. It's one thing for your parents to be those people and put you in position, but you have to carry on tradition. You have to do it.
Sure.
You know, and I asked them, you know, how does somebody who doesn't have parents like yours get to this level? And the same things, hard work, you know, putting yourself in position, get with partners, get with people who know that whatever business it is you want to get in.
There is nothing wrong with working an honest job. You know how many times we take a taxi cab and there's a taxi cab driver who in his own country was probably a doctor or a lawyer. Yeah. Came here to work an honest job knowing that he's not going to make it, but his kids might have a chance to make it. Yeah. You're telling me that that's not respectful? You're telling me there's no honor in that? Shit, if I'm a child and I look up to my father, yeah, he has a boss, but that guy gave his life and his dream away so I could have an opportunity. Yeah. I got way more respect for someone who does that than someone who sells drugs to get on. Way more respect. It's easy to break the law to get on. Do you know what I mean?
That's whack.
But that's whack to me. If you work at a fucking factory, you work at UPS, you work at FedEx, if you have a boss and you're doing shit legally to get on, I got tons of respect to you.
I was having a conversation with my guy, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and he was saying that America locks up more black men now than Africa did during apartheid. Am I saying that right? South Africa? Come on, Chris. Am I saying that right?
Well, yeah, I mean, apartheid wasn't South Africa. It wasn't in the rest of Africa, so that was probably right.
It was South Africa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Apartheid,
yeah. So I'm probably misquoting him, but it's basically they lock up a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And he was saying like, you know, this guy's got a kilo of coke to feed his family. I said, Dr. Boyce, no, but he goes, but he didn't kill anybody. And I said, Dr. Boyce, stop right there. Yes, you do kill people when you put drugs in the hood. I am a former crack cocaine dealer. I wasn't a kingpin. I tell you that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Quarter spoons, corner boy.
Yeah.
But yes, you ruin families.
Absolutely.
When you put drugs in the communities.
Absolutely.
Motherfuckers rob for drugs. They steal for drugs. Neglect their children for drugs. Suck dick for drugs. They ruin their fucking futures for drugs.
Absolutely.
Like, you absolutely do kill people. Stop saying just because I sold coke, I didn't kill anybody. Okay? So then his next statement was, okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. But he was like, 40 years for a gram of cocaine? Hey, do I think that's a bit much? Absolutely. But guess what? Just don't sell dope.
Don't sell the cocaine.
Don't sell the fucking dope.
Simple.
Don't sell the drugs.
It's not like you didn't know how many years were attached to it.
Hey, you know that shit ends in jail or death, bro.
Exactly. So don't be surprised when it happens.
Look at my boo-boo.
Who's that?
Come here, Sasha.
Come on in.
Listen, we know that shit ends in jail or death. What's up? You're right on time. We were just talking about sucking dick in the drug game.
Really?
Yes.
So that makes me.
No. I just said you.
He just likes to make our guests comfortable. I think that's what he's trying to do. Make sure it moves in.
Sasha's a good. Sasha can talk about this because we're talking
about sucking dick in the drug game.
We're talking about the effects of drugs on the family and how that shit.
Did you used to do drugs?
Yeah, I could definitely.
Hold on, you got to speak into the microphone.
Your father's.
My father did, and
did what? Hustled?
No. Well, yeah. At the beginning, he started off hustling, and then I guess he, got caught up with the wrong crowd or whatever. But yeah, he used to do drugs, and growing up, he's been in and out of jail. So, I learned a lot of stuff about guys through dating guys and just being around drug dealers and being around all kinds of guys. You
You've
know,
dated drug dealers before?
absolutely.
What is the
This
allure?
is a drug dealer's dream.
Drug
Dealer, basketball player,
I get it.
football player,
Oh man, she's
radio
great.
personality.
Look at
Jesus
this.
Christ.
Yeah.
The whole ambiance of the room changes when Sasha.
Especially after I
I think
did
it's
the
because of
movie.
the shampoo that
Do
you
you
wore.
smell
today.
that shit?
It's like Pantene Pro V. That's some Pantene Pro V. Wait a minute. What is that? What is that smell that we're
Oh,
smelling? right now?
Bond.
What?
Bond.
Bond?
Yeah.
Like
It's
gold bond?
Not like Gold Bond, but Bond. BOND.
Have you heard of this?
No.
It's unisex. It's a really good perfume. Dope.
I need-
Expensive.
Well, I wouldn't never wear it, 'cause
expensive.
that should make guys want to fuck.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
why you think I wear it though?
Why?
True, but I
No,
wouldn't
but
wear
Why
it.
that's
do
the
you think I
thing is,
wear it?
but that's the thing is,
Because I
don't
want you
wanna-
to think about me even after I'm gone.
No,
you
I
know?
understand the lasting residue, but he's saying if he wears it, I'm gonna smell it like, damn, Charlamagne, you smell good today.
Don't
yo.
you wearing that gold bond?
Damn, you smell like Sasha.
No, but the good thing is it's unisex. So if you get caught up with your girl, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Oh, so you're like
You
a
know.
professional
Ain't
side
no
chick.
girl believing that shit.
Yo,
you know
There
what?
ain't no girl believing
You know
that
that's
shit.
funny. You know what? A professional side chick. I guess I am. You know,
No, you're
because
not.
I'm not.
That was
I don't have
professional
a.
side
I
chick
don't have a
advice.
boyfriend.
So, but would you be with a guy who has a girl?
Would I be with a guy who has a girl? Not if I knew. Like if he tells me, "Yo, I got a girl," then it's cool. Like I'm gonna just pass on it. But then if I find out, like if most of the guys, they'll tell me, "I don't have a girl," and then a month later,
You find out.
I'll tell you after I
I'll
get the
find
pussy.
out. You know what
I
I'm saying?
can't tell you beforehand. I can't ruin my chances of fucking smelling that gold bond.
Gold bond.
First of all, let's explain who Sasha Delvalle is.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
First of all, she's a great friend of mine. Love this young lady to death.
yes. I love you too.
I will co-sign
really
that,
do.
by the way. He has said that you are very cool through text message. So this is not just a radio co-sign that he's doing right now.
That's my
This is a
dog.
real
Nah,
thing.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he's cool. He's dope, and you know he's
Actually,
watched
we're
me.
describing you, so you have to be quiet. Now, go. What were you saying, Charlamagne?
Sasha's dope. I mean, I've always liked Sasha just as an individual, but you know how like somebody will do one thing to you and make you really look at them like, yo, she's a real motherfucker. She probably don't even remember.
Ooh.
Tell me.
We was
Ooh.
at the Cheesecake Factory once,
Okay.
and you was just telling me about some guys who wanted to was trying to get you to set me up.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
wait,
some
wait.
real shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
They was
Explain
trying to pick,
this.
because they knew we were close. So they was trying to
Yeah.
pay her money
But
Yeah.
set you up in terms of
to fuck me up or something. I don't
Like
know.
beat
'cause
him
they-
up.
You know, like that was around the time that he was, you know, everybody wanted a piece of him,
Yeah.
and I don't mean it that way, but you know, everyone wanted him. They were looking for him. You know,
they were trying to hurt him
yeah,
and kill him.
absolutely.
They're
Like,
people-
they were
They
trying
kill.
to.
They're
not,
people from-
but they're not. But
Well,
they
there
were
are
trying to
people
get
who
him.
listen
You
from
know,
other countries that are, if you want a piece of him, they might assume something else. But we're talking about there are guys here who want to.
They wanted to do me bodily harm.
no, they did.
Just
They
the-
wanted to get him.
The only reason
and
I'm
they
saying
knew
this
I was
is-
close to him.
So they were like, let's get you. So basically, they saw The Wire season 5 where they set up Marlo like that, and they tried
Or
to
they
use an
probably
attractive
saw
lady.
Before I Self Destruct with Princess in it.
So
Oh,
these
she
are
was-
some.
Sasha was in
Because
that
I
movie.
play
It's a
a
50 Cent
crazy
movie.
character, grimy
set up
ass
50.
girl, but
Who
I'm not
set up
like
50?
that. Yeah, in the movie. Yeah.
What unoriginal fucking gangsters are there in the world? That are just see, yo, I got an idea, fam. You see how she did that to Fifth? We should have him do that to Charlamagne in real life. That'd be great.
No, but
You
that-
know what it is? They just knew that I was close to him. They knew that I was cool with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and you'll be surprised, like the stuff that girls do for money. I mean, shit, you heard about what happened with Miss DR? I mean,
What happened?
come
Who's
on.
Miss D? I don't know who Miss DR. I know the
Who
name.
is
but
Miss
I
All
don't-
DR?
right. Well, it
I
was
don't
this
know
model
Miss
chick.
DR.
I mean, damn, I don't want to be
No,
talking
put it
about
out
other people
there.
like that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
everyone
You
knows.
don't want to be Chatty
especially-
Patty?
I don't want to be.
no.
Them fucking
Listen.
Swedes have me dying.
We're gonna read some of those tweets in a little
Yes,
bit. But okay, hold on. Okay, go on. You have definitely
So-
dated a lot of drug dealers because
Yeah,
you
yeah, I have.
speak incognito. Do you know
I
what I
do.
mean? You
I
don't
do.
say anything.
I dance around things
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
But one thing, if you ask me,
She's gonna
I
tell
will
you.
tell you.
But that's why I respect it, because like she didn't have to do that for me. Like I knew her. We was
How
cool.
much? How much were they
was
willing
really
to pay?
cool.
I want to know how much they were willing to pay.
I stopped it. I didn't even ask because that's not something that I'll do. I don't like that karma for me. I
It's
would never
fucked up.
want to do some shit like
Now
that.
you guys were at dinner that night, right?
Yeah,
Now, did
Mm-hmm.
he pick up the bill?
of course.
Because if he didn't, that'd be some fucked up shit.
No, but you know what?
Like,
though?
man, I should have got that money.
I feel
Motherfucker costing me
loved.
$30
Look,
at TGI
I
Friday.
feel loved.
Right.
I do feel loved because if he don't fuck with you, he ain't paying the shit.
Yeah.
He not paying the shit.
Listen.
If he don't fuck with you like that, he's not paying.
He's not paying.
He's not
for
paying
dinner.
Absolutely.
Who, Charlamagne?
So
yeah, that's true.
No, I didn't have to pay.
He made
for the
Rihanna
bill.
pay for a taxi cab back from the club once.
First of all, I have a rule. My rule is I don't pay for shit when I'm around people that's richer than me. Okay? So
I
yes,
agree.
Rihanna gave us money for the car service.
Listen, we've split many a bills, and you are absolutely richer than me.
Because it was just us.
Oh,
And
now
y'all
it's a
boys,
different
y'all
thing.
boys,
Oh,
it's
now it's different. No, I'm going by Charlamagne the God's rules. I like these rules now. That's what's up. I need $2 for this coffee, bro.
But yeah, like they asked me to do that, and I just stopped it. I'm like, nah,
That's some real shit.
that's my boy. I would never do some shit like that.
Now, who are these guys?
Some street guys.
Some street guys. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't want
It
to
was
get
some
involved
street guys
in
on
this, no.
behalf of somebody else. Though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mr.
Who?
Is there somebody from a rival radio station possibly?
Why do you have to do that? You don't have to do that. See,
Listen,
leave things
I'm
to
not
mystery.
I'm not involved in this life.
But it don't matter. I'm
should speak
just
very
talking about for
clearly
listener,
about what's
Fuck it, I
going
can
on.
say
for
whatever.
listener
I say
benefit.
whatever.
For
Listen.
listener benefit, leave things to mystery so they can be on SoundCloud. Yo, I wonder who it was.
That's
they
why I
could have
just
said,
said rival
they could have
radio
said
station.
Drake, Lil Wayne. Just let it be broad.
Oh, you want them to think bigger than it is?
Yes. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You don't want to think it's the afternoon guy.
Like, God, guys at the other radio station wanted him dead. Okay. Jesus.
You want it to be grandiose thoughts.
Now,
Okay,
how
fair.
did not having a father affect you, Sasha?
Oh, my bad.
What is that you looking at?
I'm just looking
Nah,
at
he
Miss
just
DR.
pulled up a picture of Miss DR. Yeah, that's her.
She's thick.
What does she
Well,
do? First of all,
I
who is this? Well, you might as well tell us.
Okay, she's a video vixen or whatever.
Are there
and,
still video vixens?
Yeah, that's
Really?
still pop. Girls want
Instagram
attention.
video
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Instagram.
Yeah, Vine video.
Vine vixens.
Yes.
So they've transitioned to the Vine and Instagram world.
well, yeah, because that's you have a platform. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got Instagram, you got Twitter. Now you can actually meet these celebs if you want. They'll just slide in your DMs real quick.
They just do that.
Yeah, they do
That's
that.
a pretty girl privilege. It don't happen for all of y'all.
Yeah,
guys.
I don't
feel
even
like-
get a response from fucking...
Nah, you know, you'll be surprised.
What's that kid?
You'll be
Fuck you
surprised.
mean? What's that kid's
Oh,
name?
DC Young
Yeah,
Fly?
DC Young Fly didn't even respond to my tweet.
Really?
I said, come on, Brilliant Idiots. And I just got nothing.
Oh, he came on the Breakfast Club. I hit him on DM on Instagram.
Yeah, I get it, Charlamagne.
Oh, I'm just rubbing it in.
But yeah, well, she was like she's a video vixen, and
And
you
what
know,
happened?
she was bartending too. And
Right? That seems that they have a side hustle, which is bartending.
Yeah, and I used to bartend too at
Yeah.
one point, but I left that a while ago. I'm
So
just
glad
trying
you
to
did.
do.
I actually
yeah,
texted her one
'cause-
day and said, I'm
yeah,
so glad
and,
you're not a bartender.
and he saw my vision. You know, he saw where I was going with it because, you know, and I'll get into that in a little bit, but. As far as her, yeah, you know, she was bartending, and you know, a lot of guys spend money and buy bottles and stuff like that. But somebody ended up dead, and she was caught up in all of that. And
Really?
yeah, so you know,
What did she do?
when
Set
that
somebody up?
happened, well, yeah, there was like this kid found in like the trunk of a car, and there was like a group of people that got caught
Why you
up in
pointing at
it.
me, Chris? I just thought of something. I don't got nothing to do with
So,
that shit.
you know, she was one of the girls.
Let me explain
you know?
what just happened.
So
There-
it's shit like that.
Real
that
quick,
happens,
let
you
me
know?
explain to the listeners, Sasha, what just
Yeah.
happened. You said there was a body in a trunk, and immediately Chris just looked up from a laptop
And pointed at me.
and then pointed at Charlamagne. My heart dropped, and Charlamagne just looked at Chris like, man, I ain't got shit to do with this, Chris. Why you trying to incriminate me?
There was a story a friend of ours told us that I, for a moment, thought maybe that's what it was about, but I realized it's
Oh, that was the other body. Yeah, it was another body found in the car.
I don't even feel comfortable right now.
Yeah,
Ever
well,
since you walked in,
no.
people are dying for no fucking reason, and he's getting ready to set up. We had a nice, calm Dame
Yeah,
Dash
we talking about-
conversation.
But you know what? This is what happens in the hood. This is what happens.
Let's
in
get
the
you out of the
street, you
hood.
know?
I don't-
But
I don't
I'm
want you
working on
dating
that.
drug dealers
I
anymore.
don't.
She's
I
not
I
in
was
the
walking
hood.
down. You know this area. This is a money area.
But
This
you
is where
don't
I
look
need to be at.
hood. You're
Josh, you're not in
dressed
the hood. Stop it.
conservatively.
No, not now.
Yeah.
But I used to.
Tasha, now that I think about it, a lot of people do die around you. 'Cause I remember one time you told me, yo, I'm in Newark because I'm seen watching a body in the street.
Yo, nah, it's just no, it's real shit
like,
though.
Did you do this from a Skype account or
No, you
something
said,
like
hold
that?
on, tell that story. You in Newark.
It was in my friend's house, a really good friend of mine, and I went to visit her, and then there was a shootout right in front of her house, and we was right about to go outside, and some kid got killed, and it's in Newark, you know.
Now,
That's
after
that's
that
the
happens,
hood.
That's the hood.
do
That's
you
the
have
hood
like
for
a
you.
heart-to-heart with your friend where you're like, you know what? I think we're going to have to meet at my house
I stopped going there for a while. I'm not even gonna front. Yeah, I'm like, yo, we gotta.
Why don't we just meet at Starbucks, sweetheart? I don't know if your house is the right place for friend gatherings.
Seriously, and I'm like, yo, how do you do it? You know, your family's here. I'll be scared to go outside. But you know, that's the shit. That's what happens in the hood, and you gotta. It's real shit that happens.
Now, exactly, you're true. That's true. And now back to that not having no father in the house.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Charlamagne
seem
loves
to
this,
me.
by the way. He loves the no dad talk with girls.
Well, because it happens a lot.
Yo, I just
And
got to say one name to elicit a reaction out of him. Ready? I just got to say one name. What you laughing about? I just got to say one name. Tanisha Long.
Oh my God, greatest no daddy having girl ever in the history of life. Tanisha is hilarious.
What was the Girl Code episode?
The Girl Code episode. We on Girl Code. We watching Girl Code, and it's about daddies. So all the white girls are like, "Yeah, my father has always been there for me. He loves me. My father's my everything. He's this. He's that. I love him. He's the greatest." They cut to Tanisha. I don't even want to talk about this shit because my daddy wasn't there for me. Man, and you talk about cry.
I just get a text message from him. Yo, are you watching Girl Code right now? I said, no. He goes, the funniest shit just happened. Then I get a phone call. Yo, everybody was saying they had daddies. Hey, Tanisha didn't have one.
Yo, that shit. I gotta get that shit on DVR.
Yeah, but seriously, it fucks you up.
Really?
It really fucks you up, and I really think that if you're a father and you have a daughter, that has to be your mission in life, to be there for her,
to keep her off the stripper pole and reality TV.
No, to keep her off of all of that, and around a lot of guys are gonna sweet talk you, tell you what you want to hear, and you know.
I'm trying to figure out where you learn this from though, because you're not naive.
Nah, definitely.
You're not easily manipulated.
Definitely not.
So I'm trying to figure out where did you learn this from if you didn't have the father around?
I mean, I've always been around guys. You know, I'm the only child. So, you know, I've always been with people older than me, and I've always felt like I was older. Like I was dancing professionally, salsa, and I was traveling the world. Yeah, not stripping.
Yeah, you got to put the little.
But I was traveling around the
disclaimer.
world, and I started that at 12. I did that for about 6 years, and then that's when I did the whole switch, wanted to get into the modeling thing or whatever. But I've always had a vision. I always knew that I wanted more in life. You know, when I went the bartending route, I know I'm a little scattered, but when I went that route, I gave myself a time limit. I'm going to do this for X amount of years, 2 years. You know, that went quick. But I was able to save a lot of money. I was able to move and get some pretty dope things, and I had some money saved. I left that, and I just started perfecting my craft.
I want to know, because I think it's something that we see a lot of times with girls who are often troubled. You know, you see girls getting into stripping, even getting into prostitution, and I remember on Howard Stern when I was younger, I'd watch, and he would always ask them, hey, did you have a father in your life? What was your relationship with your father? And it was like almost like a running joke in terms of them not having one or their dad when it was
It's
fucked
definitely
up.
a correlation.
There clearly is a correlation. But I want to know what it's like as a young girl.
It's hard. I think I would be a completely different person. Not completely different, but I just think I would be so much further.
Like, what do you feel?
Because, you know,
what does it feel? Like, what are the feelings?
It sucks. It really sucks. And especially not having brothers and sisters. So it's like you find a guy, and then now, of course, you find a guy, and now you're attracted to him. So not only are you attracted to him, but now you find someone that you can sit here and talk to that cares.
So there's this yearning in you to have this male figure, which shows you love.
Absolutely.
Can you turn that off?
My shit won't cut off.
Give me your phone.
No, look, I do this.
I'm trying to have a serious no dad conversation every 5 seconds. Ding!
I do this and it still rings.
Give me.
Oh, I know what to do. Turn the ringer down.
So
I got you. Go ahead.
So there's this feeling that you have inside, which is like I want just like a male figure to show me some love in some capacity.
Yeah, and just to really care, to build me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to, if my dad was to give me everything, there's no reason for me to go to another man. I'll ask my dad before I'll go to another guy. You know what I'm saying?
You're the second girl I heard say that. My homegirl Kendra G says that all the time. She said her father gave her so much love.
She didn't need it from
Nah, she don't, because, and then
but what about mom's love?
My mom was just dope. She gave me the freedom.
But so you're saying a mother's love is different than a father's love?
It's different. She can't do the stuff that a man could do.
Yeah.
It's just different.
So you know she loves you, but there's still some, for whatever reason.
Nah, I need my dad.
You need a dad.
I need my dad,
yeah.
especially in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
I need my dad. I need to be able to be like, if anything was to happen to me, I got my dad. That's my muscle. You know what I'm saying? He's going to make sure I'm good.
He's going to protect you.
You know, so growing up and not having that, I always had to make sure that whoever I was fucking with at the time held me down like that.
Gotcha.
Gave me that support, whether it was financially or just build me up mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been around people like that. I've been around.
Do you think you have daddy issues?
I do. I do have daddy issues.
And how do they manifest themselves?
But because I always want to be in a relationship, but
you want the security?
Yeah, I need that. Like, I feel like if I had that, I'd be so much further. Because it's a lot on me. And as a female in this industry, it's just like, it's a lot of snakes, it's a lot of bullshit. And at times I feel like giving up. I feel like there's so many people that could do, like, make that one little move for me, or just be like, that could change my life. And they won't do it because
they want you to fuck. They want you to suck their dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you think guys will notice that you have maybe
and
these
if I
issues?
had my dad that was secure financially,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It could, there's a lot on me. I'm the only child. You know, my dad wasn't there. So it's a lot of shit on me. And then my mom moved right when I graduated high school. She's like, look, I'm moving to Pennsylvania. I'm going to buy a house out there. If you want to come, you could come. If not,
thug it out.
Thug it out. So I'm like, yo, there's no opportunities for me in Pennsylvania. Like, she literally lives where the Amish people live at.
So got pregnant by a nice Amish guy.
And then, you know,
just trying to not get killed. I think that's what it is. She's trying to be safe. I can't be around Sasha. All these people dropping dead. I'm gonna go churn some butter and live along.
All these fine Amish men are just popping up dead everywhere through Pennsylvania. What the fuck is going on?
Just beating the dead with a stick.
Yeah, stupid. But, you know, like, so she's like, what you want to do? So I'm 17, fresh out of high school. And, you know, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to make it happen. But, you know, I've always worked. Ever since I could get a job, 14 years old, I've always worked. But the one thing that I would definitely, like, have to say about my mom that was the best thing that she could do was give me the freedom. You know, at 12, I was traveling. I've done tours in Italy, Germany, London, and this is all dancing. You know, so I'm in 7th grade, not going to the movies. I'm doing shit that...
Grown-up shit.
Yeah, so that's how come I'm, like, really advanced. And then, you know, going back to the daddy issues, I do feel like I have that. But what saves me is this. Like, I'm...
Mental.
My mental.
You can talk yourself out of your emotions.
Yeah. And that's one thing that keeps me alive. Because in this game, because I've been in this shit for a minute, and I'm only 25. I've been doing it, the whole modeling, acting stuff, 17 years old.
So here's a question. How do guys take advantage of girls in your situation with daddy issues?
Pretend to be daddy.
That's what they do. So give me an example of something guys have done for you.
I got you. Don't gotta worry about that no more.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you down.
Hold you down. Whether it is financially,
why are you pointing at me?
Why you know? Why you
nah,
know so
because you
much
did
about
say
that?
it, like, you know.
Yo, you said that with such ease, like the comfort you had when he said that.
I've done some bullshit before. You remember?
Do I know? I know you done some bullshit. Ask this guy what the 3 pillars of PPM are. Proper pussy management. What are the 3 pillars of PPM, Charlamagne?
There's only 2.
Okay. Well, the third pillar is
Enlighten
dick.
me.
That's what that shit is.
You just talk about this one young lady who I took under my wing.
Yeah,
at
young
one point.
Latina lady,
I just
very
wanted
similar to you.
Wanted to fuck. It wasn't nothing crazy. She knew that though. But I'm the type of person. If you with me, if you rolling with me, I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna hold you down a little bit. What did she?
You can't even say.
When you asked her that day, what is Charlamagne's job? What did she say?
She said she spoke really slow. She was from an island. I don't know which one it was, but she said, "To protect and provide."
At least he taught her that.
She didn't have a father either.
Oh no, she did not.
There you go. Look, so that's what they do. They tell you-
Charlamagne, you have to protect and provide.
That's why I got a daughter now, because of all of that bullshit.
No.
Bullshit like that is
No.
why I got karma of a daughter.
Okay.
Right there.
So you think you're more easily taken advantage of because of these situations?
Nah, I just I have a good heart too. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to ride with someone, you know? Like I know that
I feel like that's an excuse a lot of times.
No, because people like
You don't have to ride with drug dealers.
no, definitely not.
But you have.
You're not, and I have.
In the past, you
And I
use your
have.
own guilt against you. You'd be like, oh, but I care about him and I should be able to be with them. But
yeah,
nah, he's
but I don't look at it like that. I look at it like if they were there for me, I'm a be there for them, because I do know that people have their downtime. Like people go down, you know what I'm saying? But people will get back up, and that's where they check.
Not drug dealers. When drug dealers go down, it's over.
25, like.
yeah, but
You gonna hold
those
it
are
down?
not all the guys that I used to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with all kinds of
Squares?
guys.
Have you fucked with some squares in your day? Nah, you need
Look,
some thug in your life.
I like that thug stuff, but that shit ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
And
When was the
as
last
I'm getting
guy
older, like
you
that shit
fucked
don't
with
last.
that worked at H&R Block? The fact that you
Or just any regular job like that.
Who was the last guy you fucked with that didn't have a felony?
Probably.
You fucked with guys with no felonies.
But I say like a regular dude. I say like a regular dude, probably like 2 years ago.
Yo, you got to get the video of this, of the look on your face when you were going through your Rolodex.
Yo.
You're just like,
Nah, because you know,
What did the regular dude do that you worked with?
he was like, he does graphic designs and stuff like that.
Why didn't that work out?
This is
too boring
great.
for you. There's only been so many times you can keep drawing pictures of me that I'm pretty excited.
Nah,
Okay, you
know
did my
what?
website. What else
I don't know. It's just somebody that, and I guess that's the reason why I'm single still. I need somebody dope mentally. Like I need somebody that's gonna keep up with me, that I could learn from, that, you know, helps me grow. Like I like that, you know, because I feel like I could be so much stronger and better if I have the right people around me, or, you know, just that one. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think you're drawn to the drama and the excitement of it.
Nah, she's not.
Nah.
She's not even that type of
being
person. That's why I'm sitting there
serious.
thinking, like, it's very important. And Minister Farrakhan used to always say this. He still says this. He's like, when you change a man, you change an individual. When you change a woman, you change a whole nation. And he was like, you know, a lot of times when women come to you and, you know, they're open emotionally.
Yeah.
He said, yo, instead of, you know, taking advantage of them and fucking them, enlighten them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let them know that they are a
Because we'll
woman, they
never
are a
leave
queen.
you. You don't even, like, the shoe shit, bags, all that shit don't mean nothing. I'd rather somebody that's going to build me mentally, because that's something you can't take from me.
Sasha be like, let's go to the bookstore.
I really do.
Like, literally.
Seriously.
And we be in the bookstore.
Like, not only do I get box of shoes if I wanted to, but I'll get a box of books, because that's what I like to do.
So
I
the
like
way to get to your heart is an Amazon Prime account.
Yep. That's a good one.
Hood niggas be like, yo, man, nigga. Be in Barnes and Noble's like, yo, I need some of them shit. What you mean them shit? Them book shit, man. I got this hot ass chick that like to read and shit. You know what I'm saying? Can you recommend some good shit for me?
And then because I'm dope, so I'll find a little way we could be nasty with it and, you know, read and do all of that
So
at the
you want
same
to be
time.
nasty and read at the same time.
Why not?
Yo, get me something to clean it up with. How about one of them books I keep buying you? Why don't we wipe it off with one of them books? you know I ain't gonna read that shit.
Listen, that show you the power of a beautiful woman, though. A beautiful woman to have a hood nigga read
it.
Shit he ain't did since middle school.
Word.
26 years old, like, fuck that. Hey, 48, what's this, 48 laws of, what's this? Power. Oh, all right, no doubt.
God damn. You don't know no words, yo.
Well, that's the power of a good woman, though, and vice versa. It's very important, I feel, it's very important for everybody to uplift each other. Like, I don't want to be around nobody I can't learn from.
Absolutely.
If I'm the smartest motherfucker in the room, I'm around the wrong people.
Yeah.
That's how I honestly feel. I need to learn something from everybody every fucking day. I want to listen more than I motherfucking talk.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Because you like to talk.
I like to talk to you personally.
I do.
Yeah, but I think that you do want to be I don't think you want to be the smartest person in the room. I think you want to learn. But I also do think that you enjoy talking because you have a point of view. You want to get that out there.
But that's how you learn.
Yeah.
It's called building. Like you share some information, I share some information.
You learn
share
through
some
discussion. Absolutely.
POV,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's discussion.
Yes.
It's building.
Absolutely.
That's
I agree.
all.
No, I think you're right, man.
No, and it's therapy. I love it because it's therapy.
Well, just getting shit off your chest.
Yeah, I love talking.
So why don't we get you a
know.
nice guy who's not in this fucking thug life? I think that's what you need. What is it
I need
about
somebody
it?
powerful. I want some.
But there's
somebody
powerful people who don't, sell drugs for a living.
You're right.
The most powerful people
But that's
don't
what
do
I'm
that.
saying. I've dated teachers, like guys with degrees, and
There's
I've dated.
nothing.
He didn't
I've
have a
dated.
powerful
They still.
dick. Because you are still a hot Latino. You still want to get fucked.
Yeah, but she's
I do,
little.
but I like morenos.
What does morenos
What the fuck
mean?
is that?
You.
Black
Oh.
guys. Oh, shit.
Black guys.
Oh, shit. Oh,
I
shit.
knew that too. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, you said that word.
I know.
You just wanted to hear it. Nah, you wanted to hear it.
Nah. I threw you off. The way I said it, it just
Yeah, it was
Moreno.
too sexy.
Whoa.
Also,
You're
he
like,
doesn't
whoa, what
he
is
doesn't
that?
relate to being Moreno anymore now that he's bleaching. So he's more he's
Do I
more
look like I'm
of a-
bleaching, Sasha?
He
Honestly.
doesn't relate. He's like Moreno.
Do I
Who
look
the
like I'm
fuck's a
bleaching my
Moreno
skin?
in here?
Honestly now.
I'm a güero. I'm a blanquito.
Lighter or
definitely
more
getting lighter.
even tone?
Even tone.
Okay.
Even tone.
I'm like Moreno. What the fuck is that?
Yo, don't tease him. Come on.
I used to date this Mexican chick named, I used to call her Chicana
Morena. Yeah.
'Cause she
Yeah.
was Mexican and black.
Nice.
She was amazing. She had them little fucking baby hair sideburns like chili and gave the greatest hand jobs ever in the history of
Really?
fucking like. Weren't we just talking about hand jobs last week?
No, we were talking about on Girl Code.
Yes.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
gave the greatest hand jobs ever.
Really?
And would talk,
Yeah.
talk while she jerking me
She'll
off.
spit on it. and do
Oh
all that.
my God.
She's got too many
And then when I
rings
would
for hand
bust
jobs.
off, she'd be like,
Right,
"Ooh, look
they
at this
come
sperm.
off.
This
Oh,
sperm
yeah.
looks so potent."
That's what she
Yes,
said.
this sperm look. Oh, that would get me pregnant. Like, oh my God.
She would say it like
Say that shit. Knowing I can't get hard again. That's the only load I'm gonna shoot
This sperm looks so potent.
off. I know this would get me pregnant. She talked that talk.
my
Like,
God.
oh, this is a daughter. Oh, look at your son just came out. That type of shit.
Your son just came
Yo, that's great.
That shit was ill. Well, let's pay some bills.
Oh, fuck.
We're gonna
All
keep
right.
talking to Sasha, and we got another guest coming in. You know M.Reck
M.Reck?
from Forbes? You ever heard of ForbesDVD.com?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, M.Reck runs that
cool,
site.
cool.
Anyway,
Yes.
I got 2 words, people.
Sasha
2 words.
Delvalle.
Sasha Delvalle.
You can order her
like
right
that.
now.
Go to naturebox.com/idiots. Exactly. I had to hit that
On a box.
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to give you the chance to get free snacks. Sasha is not included in those free snacks, obviously. But we see you posting pictures of your Nature Box shipments on Twitter and Instagram, so we know you're loving them too. Now, shout out to @Mademoiselle Rez, @Leon_Iceberg, @RalphieFresh23, @Mini_D-Light, a.k.a. the Pint-Sides Nurse, and @PaperPlanes2010, who all tweeted this week, and they use our promo code IDIOTS to get their free snacks.
Yes, they did. Now, why do we love Nature Box so much? Because Nature Box got 0 artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners, 0 grams trans fat, and no high fructose corn syrup. Now, you'll even find snacks with no added sugar and without gluten ingredients. So when you're in the afternoon slump and you're hungry and you're getting a little irritated, okay, your stomach's starting to bite, just grab some peanut butter nom-noms from Nature Box, or the baked sweet potato fries, or dark cocoa almonds. First of all, baked sweet potato fries are very underrated. Because, I be on my healthy shit, so I can't just eat the white carbs the way I want to.
sweet potatoes. Yeah.
I respect any place that has baked sweet potato fries. So, it's good. They're better for you than other snack options out there. So, if you want to get the chance to try free Nature Box for free, like I just said, get a trial box.
You heard me,
5 of
man.
their most popular snacks. Now, tell them how to get the trial box.
Free snacks, okay? You go to naturebox.com/idiots. Stay full, stay strong. You got to do what we do and start snacking smarter. Go to naturebox.com/idiots and get a free trial box of delicious snacks. You are welcome. Sasha, you going to get some Nature Box?
She got a
Yeah,
Nature
absolutely.
You got the Nature Box?
I got the nice juicy box one.
But is it nature?
Yeah.
Nature means it's got a lot of pubic hair on it.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
so it's not nature.
So it's the bald nature.
It's the bald nature.
Yeah.
Got you. So you got the albino box.
that's what you call it.
Exactly. Now she's getting nervous.
How does
Why are you
I'm
getting
not.
nervous,
I'm
Sasha?
not.
Sasha,
Because
Sasha's
definitely
definitely
not-
not.
yo.
No?
I'm definitely not.
You feel comfortable talking?
Absolutely.
Do you feel empowered through sex?
I just know what I got, and I know what I could do.
So
know?
you think that you are good at sex?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta take
How
a
do
break.
you know that?
Okay.
Because I'm just I just know. I know the facial expressions, you know.
Judging off of a guy's face.
Absolutely.
And what kind
and
of face?
I'm just a bad girl. Like I'm like I know
She's a very bad girl.
I know what. Like I study
Say it,
people.
say it. I know what
study
you like.
people. You know,
Give me
like
an
I'll
example.
watch you. I'll see what you like, and I'll just overwhelm you with everything you like.
So
like,
give me an
so that you
example of
just, like,
something that you do that
love
nobody
it.
else does.
You like to cook with your underwear, which I'm sure
Most
girls
of the
do.
time
but-
I'm
We're
naked.
talking
Actually,
about sex. I'm not talking about
Oh, never
fucking
mind.
chicharrones or whatever we're gonna have. I want to hear some sex advice from Sasha Delvalle.
I like Sasha's
I
voice.
just think it's my facial expressions and my voice too.
So
they
your
say
commitment.
I have like a sex operator voice.
Yes.
I could see that.
But I just think it's my facial expressions.
Sasha has she has a catchphrase. She said, "I know what you like."
I know what you like. Yeah.
I know
say
what
that.
you like.
That shit could be
I know
about
what you
coffee,
like.
my G. That shit could be about green
Exactly.
tea and honey.
And
You want green
Exactly.
tea with honey? Oh yeah, thank you. I know what you like.
I mean,
Like,
don't get
whoa.
me wrong. You do have.
I
a-
like to talk like that because you could take it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So I'm
like
good
it
at
to
that.
be ambiguous.
I know how to talk my shit. So
But you can
that's-
back
that's-
it up.
Absolutely.
Because
And
there
that's
are a lot of
why
girls
I'm
that talk
alright.
sexy and then they're like, but don't put it there.
Yeah. No, you see, I could talk my shit and I could take one.
You could take one.
Yeah.
Because you've been with the Morenos.
Have you ever taken two?
No, never taken two.
Okay.
Have I thought about it?
Really?
I'm like, hey, that'd
girl-
be cool one day.
Girls don't be honest like that. Girls do think of getting trains ran on them. Right?
Absolutely.
No,
Or menage a trois, whatever y'all want to call
it
it.
looks good in porn. It does. It looks
Yeah.
good in porn.
So
It's
why
just
wouldn't
like,
you do it? You've definitely been given the opportunity.
I haven't
No
because
guys
I
have
haven't
said,
put myself in a situation like that. But I mean, shit. I'm pretty sure if I ask, nobody's gonna tell me no.
yeah, nobody's going
What you mean? If you ask to get a train
I'm
ran
like,
on you?
hey, come on, let's do this.
It depends with the guys. I can see a guy being very selfish over you and be like, nah, I don't
Yeah.
want to share
Oh,
you.
don't ask a boyfriend. That'd be weird.
Oh, he wouldn't. We'll have to be swingers for that.
What
to
about
happen.
girls? Have you ever done anything with chicks before?
They're
That's
cool.
a yeah.
What happened to
That's
that little
a yeah.
cute ass girl you used to hang around?
Which one?
You brought her to the crib once. Then I think y'all fell out or something.
Oh yeah, nah, we cool. She alright. Yeah.
And what's up with her?
Oh no, we never had nothing.
But
She
you
wasn't your
have
lover?
had something with girls.
What happened?
You have had something with girls before.
I mean, they like me.
So
And they
Why wouldn't they like her? She is so amazing.
you acting like I'm
She's
surprised.
fun sized.
Let me just get into this. I'm trying to find out, what has happened in her life. I'm trying to find out
Hold
what
on,
these
we
Nah,
gotta take-
I
we
love
gotta take-
guys. I love guys.
She likes dick. Hold on, we gotta take one
I love
quick break.
guys.
Oh, this is a perfect time to take a break
No,
right
no,
before
yeah,
she talks
no.
about eating pussy.
No,
Great
no,
job.
We got to
fucking
set up
Charlamagne.
another mic to bring in M.Reck. So, yeah, hold on one second. One quick second. Hey, we just added another guest. Salute to my man M.Reck. Tell him where you from, M.Reck.
Hello,
East New York, Brooklyn. Salute. Thanks for having me.
ForbesDVD.com, right?
Man?
All right. Yes, sir.
This
yes,
is
sir.
Sasha.
Hi,
I
how you
met her
doing?
before. She probably forgot me.
Did-
I met
I-
her a while ago in
Where?
this club, a cocktail lounge in Brooklyn, Williamsburg. Right when you did the 50 Cent movie.
Okay.
Before I self-destruct.
All right, cool.
Was
cool,
she
cool.
was she working at this cocktail lounge at the time?
No, I think she was doing an interview with Superstar J. That's the homie.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
M.Reck, the Forbes DVD, it's a website that you can go to and get all your good hood news. You know what I'm
So
saying?
there's
Oh,
hood
yeah,
news.
definitely. Hood news, current events, models.
Hoodington Post.
Y'all been around for a
Fuckery.
while, though. Y'all was around. It seemed like y'all was around before World Star to me.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother
A lot of
story.
y'all videos used to be on World Star.
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my footage with Fredro when we spoke on that.
Yeah, went in on 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went in on 50 and he said Brandy gave him top.
Yeah.
World Star took that off my DVD at the time was COD DVD under my parent brand Gutter Music.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what took World Star over Media Takeout.
Got you.
Because it was crazy. It was controversial.
So why didn't y'all just do that?
At
Like,
the time,
Fendi was moving. Y'all could have had all
at the
that content.
time we just started the website.
Got you.
We was a baby. Like our server couldn't handle that.
Word.
Our server crashed. You understand?
Because
what
there
I'm
were
saying?
so many hits on your website.
Yeah. So they had
I
the
got
bigger
you.
server, the bigger site. So they was able to, kind of like capitalize.
Got you.
Cater
off
to
that
those
situation.
consumers.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man. All right. I didn't even know
Definitely.
that's
So that's
how
a whole
websites
crazy
work.
backstory. I don't want to give them too much light. Salute to them. They doing their thing. Me and Q broke bread a lot of different times,
Uh-huh.
But
Q's a big guy. He's been eating maybe a little bit too much bread.
Hey,
I think he needs to go on more of like a salad diet.
I mean, I respect any black man that's getting it. Anybody that's getting it. Because
Thank you for qualifying that.
I'm not racist at all. But where I come from, it's hard for us. So I gotta respect him getting it.
Well, I'm glad you're here because you're from East New York, so you can jump right in on this conversation. We're
Yes,
talking
sir.
about setups, you know what I'm saying? Because what was the question you had for Sash?
Oh, okay. So we were talking about like people getting set up in you know the hood type of situations, right? So one time, a couple guys went to Sasha because they wanted to set up Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, word.
And
Yeah.
she told Charlamagne, and she didn't do it. So we were thinking about another hypothetical situation that what if they didn't want to beat up Charlamagne, but they just wanted to rape him?
What the fuck? Hold up, that wasn't the fucking
Wait,
question.
I thought that was the question. Yeah.
Pause on that, bro.
Oh, I thought you meant like have them tell Sasha Charlamagne raped me. Like say Charlamagne raped you. I didn't mean like you wanted her to set me up for a rape.
No.
Fuck that. We're not even talking about
No,
this.
you wanted to talk about
No,
this.
I thought you
crazy.
No,
talking about something totally different.
No, I'm just saying. But what if they didn't want to beat you up? They just wanted to give you a little dick or whatever.
It's
I
white
don't
guy
know if I
humor.
can answer that.
Yes,
That's a little crazy.
Hold on, it's white guy. You 5 minutes ago you talk about how funny man rape
Oh no,
is
don't
in
get me
this
wrong.
conversation.
Man rape is hilarious.
And are you a
no,
man?
what I mean by that is, what? Imagine your homeboy came to you right now, M.Reck, and he was like, "Yo, man, I just got raped." What you mean you just got raped?
Yeah.
This dude just fucking put a gun to my head and took my butt. You wouldn't laugh?
Yeah, I would laugh at first, but we would have to go see that dude and off him. Like on some real shit.
Wait, hold on.
What do you tell your
off him?
other homeboys,
No, this is a
though?
good question.
Nah,
do you
because you
off
know
him,
why?
or do you rape him back?
No.
Shut
You can't
up.
rape-
I'm just saying.
Nah, hold on.
That's
I'm
the only way to really get him back.
I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah.
You know why you gotta off him?
Yeah.
Because
He gonna tell
that's the
people.
dude running around saying he
fucks
took your
you. He
got
manhood.
your butt.
Yeah.
You
But
understand
here's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
Nah, you see, this is what I'll do though.
Go. Because I
You
think
see,
we're on the same
yeah,
level.
Like,
here,
I will
but go.
get somebody to fuck him,
Big dick.
right?
Big dick.
And then
Moreno.
kill him.
Then kill him.
There you go. That's
See, this
it.
is what I would do. If
You get
wanted-
him back, and then you off him because you know he's gonna be talking.
Okay, I'm not going to kill
God
anybody.
damn.
I'm not going to kill anybody. This has got very
Or
real.
just put him on that pool table like LL did. You know, what was the movie?
In Too Deep.
Okay.
Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction. Ving Rhames was like, I'm about to
exactly.
get evil with this.
These are
one.
all
Crazy.
great ideas. These are all great ideas. But now let's think about how we're going to monetize this. Okay? You're fine. I can't be talking about rape with jackets behind me and
It's all
shit. All right, so what about this? You get the guy, rape him, videotape it, put him up at Forbes.com.
Yeah, he going in that top box.
Top box at
You know
Forbes.
what I'm saying? He going in that top box. You know what I mean? Instant. Like if he ever had a rap career or whatever he had,
Game over.
It's over.
Game over. World star, not even going to take the
Yeah.
video.
Do y'all get
Yeah.
a lot of that? I mean, not rape videos, but extortion. Like people be like, "Yo, I got this vid."
Yo, it's so many videos we get. We gotta turn down shit because the feds will come knocking on our door. You know,
So why they don't come to World Star?
that's a whole nother story. I ain't
Hold
gonna get into that.
Yeah.
No, you have freedom of the press, if I'm not wrong.
Nah, you have a responsibility.
Because it's evidence.
Yeah.
It's certain shit like them fight videos and robberies and shit. That's evidence. Why you ain't turning it over to the police?
Interesting. I thought, well, in a way, you are turning them over to the police because you're putting them on a website which the police can view. I don't think you're obstructing justice. If anything, you're helping out justice. You're putting it out there in the world. I don't think you're doing anything illegal.
Be very cautious of what we put up.
I mean, that's probably smart.
Very cautious. Because we have a different responsibility because we live in the hood. I'm from East New York. My partner, Doggy Diamonds, is from Bed-Stuy, Clinton Hills.
I never met
understand?
Doggy, man.
I mean, you'll meet him soon. You know what I mean? You'll meet him. You know, we going to be locked in now. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Charlamagne, too. This is live.
Well,
No.
no. It's a podcast. It'll be out Thursday.
It's all good. Shouts to you for keeping it real. I spoke to you August of last year. Kept it official. I got you. And he held his word.
I try to be a man of my word, man. That's all
Held
you got.
his
That's
word.
all you got.
What did you say?
I reached out to him during the time Fredro blacked out at the can I say Breakfast Club?
Yeah, of course.
Blacked out. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's
I would
politics,
appreciate it if you
know.
did.
I do this radio shit. Yeah, because listen, I know the game.
This is mine. This is our podcast.
Okay.
We own this.
we good
Yeah.
over here, man.
Fredro blacked out at the Breakfast Club, and mind you, after he did that, I called him. I said, "Yo, you wilded out." Yo, yeah, he caught me on the wrong side of the bed. I said, you can't let him get under your skin like that.
Did you remind him that he said that?
Yeah, he know that. He always try to run from that. Like, I don't know why. I think he just think he could fix it with Brandy.
That's done.
It's done.
That's
like,
dead.
Yo, you said what you said. Move on, homie. But what I was upset at, he didn't alley-oop me. He could have alley-ooped me. Like, yo, you know what? I got caught slipping by my man M.Reck from Forbes DVD, and that would have been a nice alley-oop for me. But they know that. But that's why me and him, we not on speaking terms right now. All because of that. That shit's crazy.
Give some context to what we're talking about, because
The Fredro Star.
Fredro Star from Onyx.
When Fredro Star came to the Breakfast Club, called me pussy 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
Called me a bitch 10 million times.
Yeah.
It was all because of a video that M.Reck recorded.
I did an interview with him.
With interview, and Fredro, he asked him something about Brandy. You ever fuck Brandy? And he was like, I used to get head. I never fucked her. I used to get head.
Yeah, this how I went. I caught him slipping. I forgot what hotel. I think it's like 39th and 8th or one of them shits. One of them high-end hotels. I'm like, damn, this dude is nice. Fresh from the bar. You know you going to get the raw form. So, question came up. I said, yo, wasn't you smashing Brandy or something like that? Wasn't that a chick? Nah, that wasn't my chick. I ain't fuck her. The head was crazy, though.
The fuck?
Look, mind you, off the rip, I said, yo, this is making media takeout. This is when media takeout was everything back in 2008.
Yeah.
That right there made the DVD do numbers. You understand what I'm saying?
Has anybody tried to get at you for releasing these videos?
I'm from East New York. It's a different type of, and my name hold weight.
People know that if they mess with you, they're
it's a different like I'm not just media. You know what I'm saying? I'm really out here.
He got
real.
shooters, B.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, Sasha, could you forgive a guy if he put you out there like that?
Uncomfortable.
What?
If a guy was like, yeah, Sasha, the head was crazy.
Nah, I can't rock with him. You violated. Nobody need to know that.
Right.
But
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
complimenting you. He's putting
Nah,
your work
that's
out
not.
there.
You don't compliment somebody like that.
Would you prefer him say, I mean, her head was trash, she's kind of bougie, she just...
Nah, just don't say nothing about it. If you got it, you got it. You don't need to be talking about it. Especially in that light. Like,
Have you ever
don't
spoken about
don't
guys?
ever violate. Because I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm cool. If you call me something a different way, it's all on how you say it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool. I understand. I know slang. Like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit right there, you violated.
What if he was like...
Because even if she didn't give him head, everybody think that.
Everybody
Right.
thinks
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Once
So that
it's
right
said
there,
in the
you
world,
violated.
It means it.
Was that not
Yeah.
the corniest shit in the world, though? Like, I was giving them props. Like, yeah, that's when you was in L.A. running around getting head from Brandy. Like, what the fuck?
You supposed to take those props. You supposed to take those
Such a
stripes.
big deal. Like...
You know what I mean?
But why? I don't understand why it's a big deal. Like, of course, Brandy's going to be giving someone blowjobs. It just so happens to be this guy.
Nah, you shouldn't.
You know what it is? It's politics behind the scene in the street politics as well. You know, Ray J got his goons and he got to be out in L.A. And
But I feel like she empowers this story by being upset about it. If she just owns it and goes, yeah, I'm a sexual being. I'm over 18. I have a love life. If she just goes, yo, this is what normal people do, then you don't have any power. When she goes, oh, how could you talk about me? Now that story blows up. Now people are upset about it. Just own what you do.
Say that again.
Own what you do.
That's the problem with the game. I gotta give you props. No, that's the problem with the game because dudes don't own up to what they
If
do.
you own
And
what
chicks.
you do, nobody can
hold that against you.
What's my motto?
I was saying that today. I was saying that today because I'm like, yo, because I know coming into like any interview. I know y'all ask nasty questions. I know that, Then I do what I do. I'm going to either dance around it if I want to, or I'm going to just be honest. But, you just got to be mindful. Everybody's going to have something to say. But when they try to throw it at you and you own that shit, you can't get me mad. I admitted to whatever it is that you're trying to...
You got to live your truth.
You know what I'm saying?
So
live your
nobody
truth.
can use your truth against you.
Absolutely.
Hey, man.
If
I want to say this one thing, not to cut you off. Being that we on a topic, let's go back to before I self-destruct.
You got some shit
You was in
right?
that shower.
What you know?
Yeah.
Tell me
with the
something.
homie 50 Cent.
What's going on, Sash?
Like, how real was that? Though? I got to get back
Nah,
on my
I mean-
shit right
Hold
now.
on,
Hold
hold
on.
on. Let's give some context here.
Yeah.
So what exactly are we discussing? There is a music video?
No,
No,
we're
no,
talking
no.
about the movie.
There
In
was a movie
2009, I did a movie.
50 Cent made. You're in the movie. You
Butt
were-
ass naked in the
You
shower
were
with 50
naked
Cent.
in the
Yeah.
shower with 50 Cent.
Yeah, I had a sex scene.
Now, was he naked?
Yeah.
He was completely naked.
You saw penis and everything?
Yeah.
Why the fuck was 50 completely naked?
Because he's crazy.
You
don't gotta be naked. You know he made that choice himself.
Yeah, he definitely did.
So instead of wearing something to cover it up, he let the thing dangle.
Yeah.
Was there a full camera crew?
No, it was a close set, just me, him, and the director. It was just a close set.
Okay, so it's you, him, the director. Now, did he get chub at any point in time?
And the crazy shit is like I found that out that day that I was gonna have a sex scene, and I'm like, I was in a relationship. Nah,
did you show up? Was
nah,
it, were you
no,
like,
no, that wasn't the case. But I was in a relationship too at the time, and then
that shit
I'm 19.
That shit ended. That was
You know,
over
I'm
that
young. Nah. You know, like I had to make a crazy decision. You know, I'm thinking about my dad. I'm thinking about, you know, like all the people that's gonna see this, and you know, so it was
who
something.
You call to make a decision like that? Like Pops, your Pops is locked up, right?
Yeah. Well, no, he just got out, but at that time, yeah.
So who do you
he
call
wasn't
to be
even
like,
out.
should I go get naked? Or you just gotta read on
That's
yourself?
this is why I am the way I am. A lot of decisions I just had to make it on my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, we all have to make decisions on our own.
of
so.
course, but come on, like you should be able to have people around you that you could go to
That's
all
why
the
you
time.
need PPM,
You know what I'm saying?
proper pussy management services by Charlamagne the guy.
Nah, but
That's why you can call him in these situations
I like this.
and you say, yo,
Is
is it possible? Should I do a
Always.
sex scene with 50 Cent? He'll say something like, is he circumcised? If the answer is yes, maybe you do the sex
No,
scene.
I'm not. I'm gonna be like a sex scene with 50 in a movie. Is he paying?
He better be paying.
That's what I'm like.
But let's not get away from the focus now.
Yeah.
How real?
no, it wasn't real. We didn't have sex. I can honestly say that
Of
we didn't
course
have
not.
sex.
I mean, it's a
and-
movie. You're not going to have sex. But
No,
I
but
mean,
it looked.
Y'all had to rub on each
It
other
looked
at
like.
some point.
Of course.
Now,
Had
was
to rub
he-
on?
Yeah, because, well, you know.
it's a sex scene. Was he getting...
No, he said
Yeah.
rub on.
Oh, rub on. Oh, all right. I'm like, why the fuck did y'all rub on? What the fuck happened?
You should have one. You know what I mean? Just in case, you know, he might slip in or something. You know, no
that's
disrespect.
funny.
though.
That
You
shit
dig?
coming off fucking something like Sasha.
yeah.
You gonna put that shit on, but that shit ain't staying on. Hell no, I got to
this is
feel
too
these
funny.
walls. Nigga.
Oh,
It's
shit.
Sasha
Them sugar
Delvalle.
walls,
Yeah,
huh?
I can. I'm just not.
Oh,
I'm just
man.
not really feeling the scene right now. At this
Yeah,
time.
I wanna fuck up the
it
camera.
felt a
You
little
good?
different
You gotta move it.
with the rubber or
know
without
what
the
I'm
rubber. It feels
Why
way
won't
different.
people just admit unprotected sex ain't the safest, but it feels the best?
Yo, it is the
I'm
best
with
thing.
you.
It's the
Who's
best
not-
thing
I'm
in the
with you.
world.
Oh, okay. I'm sad.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, but you can't do that with everybody, though. Let's keep it.
No, you can't.
nah, dude. I don't do that with anybody that's poor.
Yeah.
What? What?
I mean, you
It's
know
a
what
lot
you
to
gotta
lose
do,
if
though.
you're poor.
But
you know what I mean?
gotta
Like
do.
if you got
gotta
more money
go
than me, you're
go
not
with
gonna
a
lock
chick
me
to
down.
her doctor visits.
Yeah.
You
You
understand?
Yeah, a lot of girls are doing it now because I know girls that don't like condoms.
Say what?
I know
Yeah.
girls that
No
don't
girl
like
likes
latex.
condoms, bro.
So they're
girl.
like, yo, let me see your doctor results. Let's go to the doctor together because they want to have unprotected sex.
That's when you need to get like a fake urine sample, like from your boy that doesn't fuck. You know, like when you got the drug test, you get like your square buddy who doesn't smoke weed. Like, yo, let me get your pee. You got to do the same for an STD test.
And then when a girl get herpes or something, you be like, I ain't give you that shit.
Hey,
We went to
man.
the doctor.
No, that's when you get angry at her.
Yeah, you know
Yo,
what?
How the fuck
How
you
the
gonna
fuck
give
you
me
get
herpes? yo?
Meanwhile, you was the one cheating the whole fucking time. But
Who?
okay,
Says who? Says
Okay.
who? I got paperwork.
because that's how y'all move.
So let me ask you this question, Sasha. So you're in bed with 50. Now, does he
In
get
bed,
erect?
well,
or you're in the shower with
in the
50. Does
shower,
he get
yeah.
erect?
Yeah.
Is that uncomfortable?
I mean, it was just like it was one long take. It was just one long take.
take. One long.
I don't want to say it was just like
dick talk.
it was just straight through.
Did he try to fuck after?
It was straight through. Was it straight through?
I mean, obviously,
Did he
if
try
he
to
got erect,
Did he try to fuck afterwards? He had to.
keep it a stat. Keep it a billion.
Me and Fifth, we cool. We cool.
So does that mean he tried to have sex afterwards or not?
I mean,
You got
he
read
a
between the
guy.
lines.
He's a guy.
What you think he was
he's a
thinking
guy.
while we
Read
was
between
having
the
the sex scene?
I'm sure he was, but I respect 50 Cent as a thespian. He's an actor. So maybe
and I
he
am
needs
too,
to
and
get
I'm
into
a
that scene.
very good
I
actress.
respect him as an actor. When he lost all that weight for Things Fall Apart.
Nah, absolutely.
I was like, yo,
Gotta salute him for
Absolutely.
that.
to lose
Gotta-
all that weight for a straight to DVD movie,
No, like-
you are committed like a
Straight to
motherfucker.
DVD.
No, for real. To lose all that weight for a movie that you know ain't
Straight
coming out
DVD.
theaters,
Nah,
you are
but he did
committed.
sign that $200 million deal,
Yeah,
and that was
yeah.
in it.
Oh, word?
So he did the 10
Okay.
pictures
He
for
got-
the
I
200
thought it was
mil.
5, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd have did the same
So-
thing.
Okay.
Would have hit work and all that. If I
Now,
had
were
to.
you turned on at all during this scene?
I mean, Fifth is cool.
He's a
big.
charismatic guy?
He's real big and strong.
Muscular?
Strong, and I like the way he thinks. He's very powerful.
Hold
like,
on, you're bringing her back right now.
Exactly. So
I'm cool with it. Like I'm fine.
You're bringing her back right now.
So you're a little bit turned on. He's a little bit turned on. He's actually hard in the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did it slip in at all, any man?
Definitely not. Did I feel it? Yeah, I felt it, but you know, it was a movie.
Schulz says it's disrespectful to leave a guy with a hard dick.
I think we need to give context to that. In a movie,
he left with a hard dick that day. Then
what I was saying is it's disrespectful to go into a situation knowing you're not gonna give a guy an orgasm, but continue to turn him on to the point where he would want to have one, because we actually get blue balls and that hurts.
Yeah,
you know that we get that.
Yeah,
so if you know we're not gonna have sex, don't bring it to that level. If I do something while we're hooking up that makes you feel uncomfortable, by all means.
That's fine. Shit, if we're really trying to fuck, but in the movie, it's a movie.
Exactly. At that, I'm told.
Like that shouldn't even be his goal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still jack off in the shower with you though. On the movie.
During the movie set.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
It was definitely a once in a lifetime experience, and
I hear all that, but
crazy.
Me as a viewer, because I bought that bootleg, that joint.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I bought the real shit too, but I bought that bootleg. I bought the official shit after I seen the scene with you and 50 in the shower.
You wanted
the
HD.
My shit grainy. I need this real shit.
I was so much bigger. I was bigger too. I was definitely.
You
I had more butt. I had more everything.
Why?
Well, I was 128 pounds.
And now what are you down to?
I'm like 110 right now.
110. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so you're saying that you were in better shape at that time?
No, I'm in better shape now.
Now you're in better shape.
Yeah, because this is better for TV. You know?
Because it adds a few pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
But I was convinced. See, acting is all about convincing people that you're that character.
No, and then a lot of people really thank you.
Thank you.
Hold on, were you?
I got a movie for you too. Like,
really?
I don't got a title yet, but we got a movie.
This motherfucker.
That's why I'm wondering if the guys that came to you to set me up came to you because they thought you was that kind of person because they saw the movie.
Oh, good.
It could have been whatever. I mean, I do get a lot of people thinking that I'm like that girl. I'm not even gonna front. Like I really get a lot of guys. They're like, yo, I really don't know. And then because I'm really like I'm clever, they're like, yo, they just never know with me. You know what I'm saying?
They never know if what.
If I'm really that girl, because they're like, yo, you play that shit.
The girl from the show.
The girl that would set
Princess.
somebody up. The girl that would do these types of things.
Yeah, because
So
I had
that's-
another boyfriend in the movie. I give him, like he gives me money and I end up giving it a fifth, and it was just shit like that. And then I set him up to get, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of
so much in the shower scene.
Yeah.
You was real foul. Like no disrespect to you. You was a foul bitch in that film.
They call me that. That's what they call me. They're
Foul
like, yo,
bitch.
you grimy as fuck. You that bitch
you
from the
was
movie.
foul.
And I'm like,
You was
damn.
convincing on that
I'm
too.
like, yo, but I'm not like that. But whatever. And they just never know because I'm like clever. Like I'm like.
This happens.
I get away with a lot of shit.
This happens a lot of
You
times.
know?
I've noticed in movies or TV that when you establish yourself as a believable character, you are that character outside of movies and TV.
Yeah, that's Jaleel White, aka Steve
That's
Urkel.
gonna be Urkel forever.
Okay.
Or even like if
He's
you
cursed
watch
forever.
The
Forever.
Wire, like any of the characters. When I see Omar from The Wire,
That's
That's
always
Omar.
Omar for the Wire.
Yeah.
he's in movies, but it's always gonna be Omar for me.
So
from
Idris
The
Elba
Wire.
must not have did a good job in The Wire because I don't see that from him. When I
Man,
see
Idris is one of my favorite actors, man.
he's just dope.
He's just so
Yeah,
dope.
but because that's not.
But when I heard him have an English accent, I was like, what kind of fucking bullshit ass voice is this?
But you hate Iggy for the same reason.
Say what?
You think Iggy's fake for the same
Who
reason.
thinks Iggy's fake?
Oh no, you're with
I'm
Iggy.
Iggy's
Oh yeah,
biggest
never mind. You're
defender.
right.
What are
You're
you
right.
talking
Never mind.
about?
I'm thinking about somebody else. Go ahead.
Why'd you come at me so hard
I
on
forgot
that?
about it.
Dropped your voice in octave.
You know she had breast implants?
Who?
Iggy.
Good for her.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
She got them in October.
Oh wow.
I need to see pictures.
She
What
got
you
'em
think
Do we
about
have
that?
something? Forbes?
I don't mind.
I'm
it.
on that.
What about a
Can-
fake ass?
You need a T.
I gotta get your email and your
Abs,
text.
hey, you need to get Swaggy P drunk at a hotel on the west side and let him talk about what we need to hear.
Who's Swaggy P?
Nick Young.
Nick Young is Iggy's boyfriend.
Oh,
He plays for the Lakers.
Oh, Sasha asked a good question. What do we think of fake asses? I personally don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, can't be my girl.
Yeah, I don't think I'd wife you up.
Oh no, wait. Well, now shit changed. What happened though? So you would want to fuck that, but you won't want to.
It's a toy. It's a nice toy.
It gotta be, and I think you would probably still marry someone like that if it's well proportioned. If it don't look too cartoonish.
I don't want to have to explain to my daughter why she got a flat chest and mama got big breasts. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You got your daddy's ass, sweetheart. I'm sorry. You got your daddy's ass. I don't have much back there. So
it's too much exercise for a woman to do, not to, to
just
put that work in. You know what I'm saying?
But
just
laziness,
put that work
man.
in.
Laziness.
Laziness defeats all. I mean, I'm not going to lie, man. We do TV, right? They tell me every single time, you know what, you need to get more sleep because you have bags under your eyes. Get more sleep because you have bags under your eyes. But all it does is take them 2 minutes to put some makeup under my eyes, and now I don't have to sleep. I'd much rather 2 minutes of makeup than fucking 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, you can go get filler.
What's filler?
You can put filler under there. Fish your fill right in.
What's filler?
It's filler. They do a shot right
the
here.
Botox stuff.
Oh, actual get a shot?
People do that.
Oh, have you had it?
I've had it.
Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne the God. Ooh, rumors are starting.
When have you ever?
There's gonna be a new Twitter account, Charlamagne's filler.
You got filler too?
They be going in on you.
Filler,
Killing me.
It's some bullshit.
They be going in on you.
Kelly,
See,
I
I'ma
got bleached skin, a nose job, something else.
Well, you got those naked pics where you had the ass
naked
shots.
pics. Yeah, it's bad for me out here right now.
Yeah, man. They're
It
going
is what
at
it
it.
is, though.
As long as they talking.
Exactly.
That's true.
I want to talk about the rise of bartenders because Sasha used to be a bartender, and I correct me if I'm wrong, M.Reck, but I said at least in New York, strippers ain't the hot shit no more.
The bartenders is
Nah,
the
bartenders.
yeah.
baddest chick.
And we started that. Like, I was on talking to Tax or whatever. And
Tax Stone.
Shout out to
yeah,
Tax.
shout out to Tax.
Listen
Yeah.
to
New York. You know, that's my East New York brother. Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I did that. I did the first episode for the Tax season.
I heard it.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was dope.
Oh, I put that on Forbes DVD.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you got to retweet that now too.
Oh, okay, I got you,
Put that out
definitely.
there.
Nah, and you see me grinding too. Like, I've been doing this shit for a minute
That's why
too.
I'm here saluting you.
Nah,
I'll
yeah.
be over here. Like,
And I know you too. I know what you do too.
you feel me? 'Cause sometimes not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Dudes gotta stop putting these hoes in power.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're empowering a lot of whack chicks.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
keep it at stack. Let's keep it
Absolutely.
a billion.
Absolutely.
When I say hoes, I'm not talking about you because you look like you're a woman about your business. You look sophisticated and everything else. When I say hoes, chicks that's looking for a come up.
Like
Nah,
Cat
I
Stack
know.
should
I
have
get
never
it.
had a platform. Ever.
Yeah, but that's what happens when the guy want pussy, and
We
that's
are
what he want, and then she
susceptible
got
to
her
vagina,
own little
man.
hidden agenda, like her own agenda.
But you know what's
it's like a
crazy?
barter system. I'll
Look,
give you pussy,
They
you give me
take
what I
advantage
want.
of our weakness.
That's how it
That's
is.
what everybody does. You know, guys have maybe taken advantage of your daddy issues in the past, right? That might have been a weakness that you figured out, hopefully mentally now.
Yeah.
Girls take advantage of our issues. We got issues. We're susceptible to vagina. You got nice pussy and people
Yeah.
are talking about it and you're beautiful. I'll give you whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it
I've
is.
never been like that over pussy though.
You might be different, but you know that there are guys that do. Shit, Bill
Absolutely.
Clinton was the president of the United States of America.
Listen, don't get me wrong.
Fell for some pussy.
I like to fuck. I like to get my dick sucked, but the girl don't have a power over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing I don't want to do. She's not gonna make me go out, get out of my comfort zone, act different, do anything.
Oh, I've had
different
girls
for
do
I'm
that
not
to me.
doing it.
I'm not gonna deny that. I can't say that I'm impervious to vagina, man. Like it's amazing the things that you can find yourself doing. Especially,
No, but you know,
when you
people
care
do
for somebody.
things for different
Are we having
reasons.
confessions right now?
I mean, yeah. If you got some shit, go open up, bro.
I mean, no, I'm talking about you.
Oh, I'll get vulnerable, baby.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Let's
let
get
it all
no,
out.
man. It happens. I mean, if you're really into a girl, I mean, if you're really into a girl, I will probably protect them and maybe provide for them in ways that I might not do for just anybody. Okay. Do you know what I mean? I want them to succeed. I want them to do these things because I'm kind of seduced by their looks. Maybe it is their brain. Maybe it is the way
That's
they
a
make
good
me
point.
feel about
So
myself.
So you saying she don't have to technically be your girl?
I mean, I'm not like that. I wouldn't do something for some. I also have this thing in the back of my head that everybody's trying to fuck me over. So that protects me. That's just a New York thing.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that's we grew up here. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, that protects me to a certain extent. But if I let somebody in, you know what I mean? She's going to the top. I'm not going to not let her go to the top. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that she goes to the top.
I'm the same way with that. I genuinely want to see people I deal with succeed.
Word.
Male or
Word.
female.
I want to see everybody win.
Word up. So if I'm putting my dick in your mouth, I definitely want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real. I want to fucking. I'm gonna encourage you. I'm gonna hold you.
Especially
down.
if you swallow, man. That's a whole different type of creature right there.
Up, yo.
Because now you're part me.
Word, you know what I mean?
You took the DNA running through your
You took
bloodline.
the time to swallow my nut.
Yeah, I gotta make us win
Like,
now.
wow.
My DNA's all in you, baby.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
gave you the power you need to succeed today.
Word.
You know?
So
A
it
lot
works.
of protein.
It works two ways. If I'm dealing with a girl that I haven't had sex with, but I still treat you in that manner, it's because I really do see something in you. I really do care about you. I really do want to see you grow. If I fucked you, I still feel the same exact way. So the only thing that can fuck that up is you. Like the girl you talking about, the whatever, I can remember what she was now.
Who?
With the accent, the protect and provide chick.
Oh, your girl?
Yes, she fucked
The
that
girl
up.
I was talking about, your girl? The fuck? I gotta keep tabs on the
She
girls you
fucked
fly
that up.
around the country.
The reason she fucked that up because I had her out of town. She got fly on my people that have been around me way longer than her. So who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You know what? Sit your ass in this room for the rest of the fucking trip. Matter of fact, you're not staying in this room. You go stay with your cousin.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to comment on that. See, I like to empower people to get to different levels of life.
Yeah.
And this business, I helped a lot of people. That's a whole nother story. But a lot of people get cocky, especially women. They forget quick. You got to snatch that rug and pull that
Ooh,
plug.
Sasha, they get cocky.
You know what I'm saying?
We do.
Snatch that rug and pull that plug.
But
Can I
it all
say
depends
something?
on how you
Go,
move with
go,
us. It depends how we're very like. We need consistency. So if you give us something at the beginning, if you all in at the beginning and then you take that away, oh nah, that's not working with us.
I think that's what it is you guys get comfortable. It's not cocky, it's comfortable. So for example, if your rent is paid by me every single month, after a while you don't say thank you, you just go, well, that's what our relationship is.
You stop swallowing.
Exactly. So it's like
nah, you see what you fucking with the wrong girl.
no, I'm not saying
Sasha
this
always
is
knows
my
that
girl,
shit.
but the point
I
is
always know what the fuck it's saying.
But I'm not saying this is my girl, but I'm saying in a situation, a girl can get comfortable if something is expected. So, for like you just said right now, I expect certain. If you're all in the beginning, that's what I expect, right? Whereas a guy, for example, a friend of mine when I was young might have taken detention from me in middle school. He might have not snitched on me, taken a rap and got detention. To this day, I feel indebted to him.
God damn.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm giving an example.
Oh,
you know what I
all right.
mean?
I
It's
thought, like, what?
No, I'm like, to this day, he could call me up and be like, yo, I got to move. Can you help me? I'm like, yeah, you took that rap from me in middle school. I got to help you. That's my boy.
That's the white guy equivalent of taking a bid for a nigga.
Exactly.
Like,
Detention.
that nigga got caught with coke for me. That was my coke.
Yo,
He took 5 years.
Yeah, he said I didn't cheat on his test.
Yo, that's how they do it in his hood.
Exactly.
Word, word.
That's how he get it
Protecting me.
Yeah, of course, I got you.
No, but my point is, I think that there's a comfort level that establishes with women where it's like, yo, we're in this together. I'm not going to have to thank you and appreciate every single time. Whereas guys, we have this appreciate.
Nah,
gene.
then this is what it is. Then you lacking in something, right? Or she just playing you like a sucker.
Wow.
That's it.
So you've never gotten comfortable with someone. You felt like you appreciated everything that was given to you. Every
Nah,
single
there's
time.
certain people you move a certain way with them.
For example.
You know, like you got your guys that you know what they want, right? So if I know what you want, I'm gonna make you dance. Like I'm gonna dance around
Great
it.
fucking point. I'm gonna tell you why it's a
You
great
know what I'm
point.
saying? And I'm gonna get
explain.
everything that I want, and then at the end, if I want to fuck you, I would fuck you because that's what I want to do, and that's it. But if I don't, I just got you.
This is your
That's it.
boyfriend you're talking about?
Yeah.
Just in
That
general.
seems manipulative.
Nah,
to do
no,
to a
this is
boyfriend.
in general. I don't have a boyfriend. I haven't had a real relationship in
Since the shower scene?
a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
See?
No, but like I mean, like not really because I've had like little relationships in between then,
Right.
but I haven't had a real relationship in a while. So you know, people I deal with, but that's why you can't be a sucker. You gotta watch people. You gotta see what they want. You gotta see. Intent is very personal.
Not to cut you
You know
off.
what I'm
Y'all got
saying?
a lot of women
So-
listeners, right? to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show, right?
absolutely.
She just gave you a game.
Absolutely.
She gave you a whole bunch of game.
That's what, because you got to pay
A
attention.
whole bunch of games.
These girls, like some girls, are just in
Wow.
it because they want their bills paid.
Soak
Some
that
girls
up,
are in
ladies.
it because they just want that look from being with a baller or a rapper, and you
I don't
know.
have no problem with that. And the reason I say that is because like, I don't have a problem with a person using me. Just don't misuse me. Because if you can't
Yeah.
be used, you're useless. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So I'm using you for pussy or whatever else, and you're using me
Give and
for
take.
some change
Yeah.
and a look. You
Some
know what I'm saying?
Instagram pics.
Or it could both be for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just that
something. You know,
I don't like
you there
being
for a
used
reason.
regardless. I got a thing against it. I don't, because I don't try to
being
use
used every
people,
day,
man.
bro.
No, I know I'm being used every way, but
There's
I
a
don't
way
like
to use
it.
people, though.
Do you know
You
what I
see
mean?
people do it. You
just
could
gross to
use
me.
somebody
Yeah.
and make them feel like they're doing something good, like they're
We
dope
use
at
each
what they
other.
do.
But I
You know what
can't-
I'm saying?
Yo, it's to
I
the
think
point.
you're putting the word
Let's
use
switch
in
the word.
back.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
switch the
using-
word up.
yeah.
Let's switch the
Let
word
me,
up.
let me
Yeah.
just let me
We
elaborate.
utilizing each other.
Utilize.
Yeah.
Utilizing.
Look,
Yeah,
let's
that's
go with
better.
that.
Utilize.
I
that.
will utilize, but I'm so touchy when it comes to it. Like, for example, our relationship, right? I know that you're in a position of power in your life, and I'm so respectful of that I would never ask you for anything. Have I ever asked you for anything? Ever asked you to promote anything in our entire relationship?
Nah.
No, I would, because I know that I don't want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Your friendship is worth more to me than a fucking retweet or anything like that.
But you my dude though. So
But
if you got a big show in New York, I expect you to be like, yo, I want to come to the Breakfast Club. I bet.
Yeah, but here's
You know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Here's the thing. To me personally, our friendship in the long run is more important than any one show, any one promotion, any one thing. So I don't want to do anything to affect that. And I have friends that I put on, right?
Yeah.
You know, I have friends that I've gotten on TV, gotten like writing jobs, so these kind of things. I might ask the world of them. But that's because I feel like I've put food on their table and I'm in position
Fossil facts.
exactly
Yeah.
to ask for this back. So it's one of those positions. It's one of those things where there's probably going to be a time in my career, right? Or there will be a time in my career where I have, as much leverage as you. There might be times where I have more leverage than you. Do you know what I mean? And then in those situations, I might feel comfortable on a business level asking for things like that.
I don't feel that way. You my guy.
You're
It don't
cool.
matter.
You're
Yeah.
cool about it, but it's something just internally for
No,
me.
and I get you.
Yeah.
But also, I understand where Charlamagne coming from it because like closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? You know how long
I'm gonna get
you
fed
know how
regardless.
long.
You can't keep food out of my mouth. Nobody can. No one
No,
person's gonna
I
keep
get you,
food
but
out of my mouth.
that's why you got to be solid. You already got to have your own shit.
And that's
you know
where
what
I'm at.
saying? And that's cool. And that's cool. But it's like closed mouth don't get fed. Like how many times I've been around situations around people that could change the world for me. And I sit there and I'm like, and I'll get mad. I'm like, damn, should I ask? Nah, you know what? 30 people probably ask him this shit daily. I'm not gonna do it.
See,
and then somebody asks,
And they get
right?
it.
And they get it. And I feel like I'm more qualified and I put in more work.
Should've
But
said
because
something.
I didn't say nothing, I didn't get that
See,
spot.
I refuse-
And now I'm moving different.
I refuse to put the
give me
power.
that one.
I refuse to put my career in the hands of anybody else.
No, but that's why you always got to be solid, though.
And
that's
why
why
I'm
you always got to
solid.
do your shit
That's why I'm
regardless.
always solid, and I always
Everything
do
else
mine.
that anybody helps you on
Sure.
is a plus.
But no one person,
That's
like
it.
in that
You can't do it
situation,
by yourself.
no one person. See, I can, and I believe I can, and that's the
and you
mentality you
can.
need to have.
And
But
you
no
can,
one
but you learn
person
from other
is gonna
people.
let me do anything. No one person is gonna.
Listen,
impede me
you
from
are
doing
putting your
anything.
career in other people's hands when you don't speak for yourself,
Yep.
though. Because
How you
nobody
think?
knows you want something if you don't say
Exactly.
it.
Oh, I put it out there and I make it happen.
But you gotta
I-
say it.
I refuse, and I say everything that I want, and so far I've accomplished everything that I want. There's tons more goals for me to
say a
accomplish.
story.
But you could accomplish more if you asked.
How you figure?
If-
Listen, I've asked for
because
everything.
Charlamagne is my friend,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's my friend. And if I wanted something and he believes in me,
You can have it.
I
baby.
could ask him. And you know what?
could have it.
If he fucks with me like that, he will do it. And it won't be nothing to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not thinking,
I
oh,
can't
she
look
owe
at
me.
myself like somebody else that don't know him. And that's how sometimes I'll think of it. I'll look at other people and like,
I don't know, man.
They
I'm
probably
like that
asked,
with people
but-
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you some of the greatest
I don't
life changing
know.
moments. Swiss Beats.
Yeah.
I met Swiss Beats on the High Hater remix video shoot back in 2007, 2008. This one I had a compilation album out on EMI called South Crack the Album with a bunch of
word?
artists from South Carolina. Yeah. And Swiss walked up to me, gave me that. He was like, yo, I fuck with you on the radio. You know what I'm saying? You funny as hell, whatever. Anything I can help you with, let me know. Don't tell a nigga like me that. I'm like, well, listen, by the way, Swiss, I got this compilation album that's out. It's called South Crack the Album, whatever. A bunch of artists from South Carolina. Take a listen. If you can help me get somebody signed, let me know. Straight like that.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Swiss emails me. We exchange information. He emails me like 2 days later like, yo, he said, send me somebody. He said, I don't know if I have time to listen to the whole thing, but send me somebody off this album. Let me hear something, and, we'll figure it out from there. So I sent him 2 songs from this artist named Little Rue from Columbia, South Carolina. He was like, yo, I like this dude's tone. Fly him to New York. Straight up.
Wow.
Flew him to New York. Swiss took him in the studio, did 4 songs with him. Swiss was like, I'm going to take y'all whatever label y'all want to go to. and we ended up going to Asylum. And we were supposed to do the deal there, but long run, he got signed to Def Jam. But that was all because of me just saying it.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to do it. You never know.
Yeah.
People, like Swiss is one of those people that
you
feels
don't know what mood you're gonna catch somebody
absolutely.
in.
Hey,
You
listen,
don't.
But Swiss is one of those people that feel like the more he do for people, the more he gets back in return.
Yeah.
Just from the universe.
Yeah.
And listen, and
absolutely.
I agree with that, and I'm all about doing
And that's why
favors
he's
for people.
ill.
That's why he is
That's
ill.
why
and
he's ill.
He is who he is.
Absolutely. And I agree with that. I think what I'm trying to say, and I know what I'm trying to say, is I believe if there's something that I have to offer, I believe in my skills and my talent. So when I'm asking for assistance or asking for an opportunity, I'm not asking it for me. I'm asking for us. If I come to you and you say, yo, I got a video for you to put on your website, you know who's benefiting from this? Both of us. Because this shit is going to be
Especially if
so
it's gonna
hot.
drive
So
traffic,
I'm not even
you know what
asking
I'm
for favors. I'm asking us for both to win.
Listen.
And I
No,
feel
depends what situation it is.
agreed, and I
terms of-
love
it's a
that
win-win.
because that's the way I go about shit too. But what about the shit you can't do?
Exactly. If I'm
What
Harvey
about the
Weinstein,
shit you can't do?
You're talking to the wrong person.
No.
Nah, you
He thinks he can do heart
nah,
surgery,
nah.
Sasha.
I
Don't
think I
follow
can
him.
do heart surgery.
Listen, if
You
Harvey
got a
Wein-
heart problem, I can fix your heart. That's what. Yo, dead ass. If you pass that right now,
Shut
and your
the
heart
fuck up,
stop beating. I think I could start your
just
heart.
got
I would
mad
not
at
let
But
you
that's
touch
just. But that's just my mentality. You gonna let her
He's
die?
on limit.
You gonna let her
I'ma
die?
try
Real
first.
niggas don't listen.
I'm fucking with you on that.
I'm lifting her shirt up first. I'm taking the bra.
I'ma save her life.
Listen, real niggas don't help other niggas with heart problems. All right, we create a new heart.
There you go.
All right?
Dame,
That's for the chatty patty motherfuckers. All right.
All right, Dame. Yo, you gonna touch another man's heart? That's fucked up. Why don't you create your own heart?
We
give it to him?
man, we
But
create
I
our
feel
own
everybody
Harlem.
in this
I
room.
grow my own organs.
I feel everybody in this room, everybody perspective. But check it. Now, if I didn't hit Charlamagne up, I wouldn't be sitting here.
Right.
Sure.
He's actually doing me a favor. And this is an old interview that ran through the internet. You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
here I go.
a
If
close-
I didn't reach out to him, I wouldn't be here.
And watch
Yeah.
it. Ready?
So a closed mouth don't get fed, like she said.
Sure.
Because I asked Fredro. And I don't even like bringing up his name like that because we
Sure.
cool, but
It's all
we
good.
ain't speaking.
Go.
And reason why we ain't speaking, I ain't get a movie role. I ain't get a check yet, but salute. But anyhow, shouts to Fredro and Sticky, the whole Onyx. I'm like, yo, Fredro, won't you hit up Charlamagne and let him know I did that interview? He said, nah. You know, he was still hot at the time. Nah, you should do that. You should reach out. Well, that's what I did. I reached out that same day, I think it was. And I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? I'm here now.
But you were not starving.
I was starving. I'm always starving.
Yo, I'm starving too. I'm
I'm
always
starving.
starving.
Let's clarify.
If it's always something
if you
want,
not where you
ask
want to
for
be,
it.
you
I want this
starving.
shit bad.
Listen. There's a difference between desire and starvation. If you don't have this conversation with
know why I'm
Charlamagne,
starving?
your website still
Hold
gets
on.
6 million
No,
views
you know
a
why I'm
month. Does it
starving?
not?
I ain't eat in
Does it
6
not?
hours.
Does it
I
not? though?
was, and I was like, I'm in the waiting room. Should I go downstairs, go eat? But you know, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, as soon as I go downstairs and eat,
I'm gonna pop up.
yeah, and then
Sure.
you gonna call me to be inside, and I'm downstairs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss my opportunity. So I'm starving right
real.
now. I ain't eat.
Sure.
I ain't eat since last
But
night.
let me tell you why you're here. If you didn't have a website that was interesting, successful, if you didn't have a video that actually helped out Charlamagne in this situation,
and even
if
now.
you haven't put the groundwork in your career to be an effective individual, you probably would not have that relationship. If you're just some
Yeah.
dude from East New York that hit up Charlamagne, which happens every day to him, to me.
He'd be here because Taxstone was just some dude
Yeah.
from East New York.
Yo, but Tax got something.
He got
man.
something.
Tax
He got
got
a
something.
following.
But
All I'm saying is we
no,
get
fuck
hit
the
up
following.
on it
I'm one of them
real quick.
niggas when I see
Now, fuck
somebody,
followers.
because I was the guy somebody saw and took a chance on. I ain't got no college degree or none of that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You
'Cause
never
there's
know who
something
gonna be
there.
who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is
No, I
if you
got
got
you.
a fire, like Coach K said this in a great way, right? Coach K is a Duke coach, basketball coach. He was talking about Christian Laettner, and he said when it comes to coaching Christian Laettner, he's a fire. Now, if you know how to use that fire, he could heat up your whole building. If you don't know how to use that
You'll burn it
fire,
down.
your building will burn the fuck
you gotta
down.
take a chance.
So sometimes you take a chance on people, but they gotta have the fire. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I got you.
Have that fire. You have that fire, and I believe I have that fire, and someone saw that fire in you. So what I'm saying is, we get tweets every single day. Yo, check out my mixtape. Check out this. Check out this. Check out this.
could've
And
check
I
out
check
this.
it.
Oh,
I check as much as I can.
I don't.
It's intuition.
Yo,
though.
I never even hit you on that. I wish I now I know.
I check
you know
out.
What I'm saying?
I got a lot of crazy emails.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of crazy emails. But I check
Most of them dick
with
pics.
body parts.
I
You get
check
body part emails.
I get all kinds of shit.
You know how I got my job at Wendy Williams? She was in Columbia, South Carolina. She was broadcasting from the station we was on. I walked into the room. I tried to have a conversation with her. I tried to give her, at the time I was doing mixtapes. She told me, get the fuck out of here with that mixtape shit. Take that mixtape shit to my husband.
Wow.
I could have fucking been like, damn, this stupid ass woman, what the fuck she gonna talk to me like that for?
You
That's
ate
what
that,
I did.
but you ate
to her husband.
I took that mixtape shit to her fucking husband. And that's how the relationship became established.
And you hear? And I'm glad you brought up mixtapes. That's where I come from, the mixtape world. My parent company, Gutter Music, that's how I got into the game. Distributing DJs mixtapes that was under my brand.
You did the street wall shit, right?
Nah, I didn't see Pete Cutter, that's my homie.
Yeah.
But my DJ was PF Cutting.
PF Cutting, okay. PF Cutter, PF Cutting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Shouts to him and all that. I was doing the Gutter Music mixtapes, and DJs, you know, they wasn't putting me on their mixtapes. They wanted bread. My first mixtape, I was featured on was Cutmaster C. He had it. Clue, Cutmaster C, all them dudes, you know, from up top. They was doing it. Envy. And
Damn, Envy old.
yeah, we talking about 2003. And make a long story short, I paid for a slot because, you know, dudes was like, yeah, I hear you was on PF Cutting and Tony Touch, Legends and all that, but yo, my slots cost this. It was $250. It was the best $250
You ever spent.
spent.
You invest in yourself.
It's the reason why I'm here, because it always go back to, you know, the foundation, which was the Gutter Music thing, which is the parent brand. Forbes is a branch off that. Because I used my relationships, because I was featured on all these websites, and I had the leverage, you know what I mean? Because I'm controlling the streets. You know, distribution is everything. And I had that across the country, still do. I'm still putting out mixtapes and DVDs, you know, to this day, and eating and all that. But
see, you're not starving.
so when he brought out mixtapes, that shit is dear to my heart. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure,
Because
it's a platform.
that's how I got my, you know, name in the game. I got my leverage, and that's the reason why I'm
That's
here.
how I first got my first national exposure. DJ Vlad was doing the Beef mixtape series.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And he would take my interviews with me wilding on artists when I was in South Carolina and put them on the interview, put them on the mixtapes. That's how I got my first national
and you had a
exposure.
product.
That's dope.
I think this is what I want to clarify to everybody in this room, so that we don't create disillusion to listeners.
Okay.
Is that everybody that's in this room right now has honed their product, and if you don't have a honed product, networking is very difficult. I hear people talk all the time about, oh, it's all about networking, it's all about who you know. When you're dope, networking becomes very easy. When you're hot and you got the hot shit, people want to meet you. People knock on your fucking door.
Let's talk about this hip hop community. Fucked up.
It is.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
My intimidation is crazy because he could probably tell you, I always came correct. I ain't beat his phone down. You know what I'm saying? It was like one word, yo, when can we do the interview? Oh, I got you, such and such. I'm off that. I don't be hitting them up with mad shit.
And when you got a product, you don't have to beat doors down,
Yeah.
because people go, "Oh, this guy's got something."
But now I'm gonna tell you some real
respect
shit.
that. I'm gonna
Sometimes
work
I be forgetting, so I just be busy. He happened to hit me, and I was literally
Sure.
going to hit him to be like, "Yo, come through this week," and he
Sure.
hit me, and I'm like, "Oh shit, that shit reminded
But
me."
if
like,
you
yo.
had nothing, you're not coming on.
No, definitely. But look,
You put work into your product, and that's what people realize when it comes. I mean, this
I agree.
Is for anything.
Oh
This
yeah,
is what-
I do. I love being on Forbes DVD. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit
Salute.
is
Salute.
it's a hood look.
There you
I
go.
know niggas in the hood.
we
look at
number
Forbes
one in the
DVD.
streets. We number one in the
that's
streets. World
important.
Stars number one in the mainstream, you know, web media. We number one in the streets. And we get our numbers too, 5 to 8 million. So anybody out there, ForbesDVD.com, FORBEZ DVD.com, log on. It's a major
It's
site.
a great leveraging tool.
And it's a
man.
respect thing too, though. Because
Dude.
I respect everybody. Like,
Thank you.
I don't look at
Salute.
nobody as bigger. I don't look at World Stars bigger than Forbes, TMZ
Thank you.
bigger.
I
I don't give a
appreciate
fuck about nothing. I like being on all them outlets, so I show everybody the respect.
There's not enough content. You
Not
say
enough
this all the
content.
time. Just put it out. Put
Put
the
it
content.
out.
And it's so true. There's not enough. And there's a place for you. There's a place for World Star. There's a place for us. But
I mean, but he got great content. I mean, the Breakfast Club,
Sure.
and then also the Donkey of the Day. That shit do numbers on Forbes DVD and every other site.
Right.
So, like you said, it's a win-win for both of us.
every situation I've been in my life in business, I try to create leverage. When I first started doing stand-up comedy, I started my own show. Because I'm not going to go around begging people to get on stage. I'll have my own show, and then I'll be able to network with people a little bit more because now I have leverage. Shit, with this, we're on MTV. We got this great blessed situation on MTV, but Charlamagne has this great idea of starting a podcast. And I'm like, yo, let's do it. Now we have another platform that's outside of that we can use, we can leverage, have these interview shit, make money from. I'm not saying don't ask questions, which I definitely think you should, and ask for things in life, but if you want that asking to go easier, create your product and make it so fucking.
You gotta have leverage. You gotta have leverage, though.
I think you gotta have leverage, but I just think you can't be afraid to ask, bro. Like Sasha said, closed mouth don't get fed. Man.
Agreed.
Fuck it, just ask. All the person can say is no.
Listen, I learned this through time because I was like that. But guess what? I used to be upset all the time. Yeah. I used to be upset all the fucking time. Like, why? Because I'm putting in this work and I'm not. But then now you got a bitch that probably gave him something, or just, I don't know, whatever it is, and they on.
Eye candy.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But me doing the shit the right way, and when you do shit the right way, sometimes it's a little harder. But you feel better.
It takes you way farther.
No, I said it's a little bit harder.
I know, but it takes you way farther.
Longevity.
Yeah.
Right? Because then nobody could take that from you.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know your shit.
I want to build on that. Because people think it's pretty girl privilege. They think if you pretty, you get through a lot of doors.
That's actually worse for me. Because now I really got to show what I could do. Because I'm actually just like every other girl, just trying to take a different route. That's the way they look at me. Oh, nah, you just a regular hood chick trying to branch out and do this. Nah, it's not like that. That's why I make sure I'm always sharp. That's why I read a lot of books. I make sure my circle, the people I'm around, is people that want to be great, or that, doing some dope shit and real. I'm always I make sure I'm always around real.
Salute.
Because that fake shit, I'm around that shit constantly. Why I want to keep on being around it? I don't like it. That shit don't do nothing for me.
Let me say this, and the reason why I say you gotta ask, so you know where you stand at with a person. I test relationships all day. And the only way you going to know if you ask. Because I'm going to do like this. I'm an artist first. I started my whole, platforms for my music, from gutter music to the Forbes. And shouts to Doggy Diamonds. He's a producer, you know what I'm saying, firsthand. But anyhow, I'm doing what I'm doing with the Forbes, you know what I'm saying? And we pulling in great numbers without the big billboards, without artists really advocating and retweets and all that. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? We still pulling the millions. But I reach out to DJs. I say, yo, you ain't got to spin my joint. And I get my spins from the top DJs. You can say Tony Touch, DJ Cell, Superstar J.
You rap.
Yeah, no, see, we going to get into that. Matter of fact, here, Street Radio Rotation Classic Album. Every joint been played on Hot 97, 105, J45. Here you go.
Thank you, man.
Classic joint.
Well, go on, say your point.
Papoose is on it. But anyhow, I reached out to a couple of DJs. And I say, because they feel pressured that you got to, they got to spin everybody's shit and all that. I say, yo, you know what? Just post my shit on your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like a video clip. There's only a few dudes that did that. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I knew where I stood with them. You know what I'm saying? On that. Because now it's like, oh, I get it. Because I'm not even hitting you on a spin no more. It's a bullshit ass Instagram post. And I'm going to, repost it. And, you got that.
And Instagram post real. That shit might be realer than the radio spin.
That's way real.
No,
take
it's
that
cool.
Instagram shit.
Nah, exactly.
But I gotta leverage.
But that's why, and I agree with you, but I'm going to have to kind of disagree, because that's where I feel like your relationships, the kind of relationships you create with people, that's what's going to keep you. People don't want you to just hit them when you need something.
That's real.
I always check on people. Yo, how your daughter doing? How your kids doing? How you doing?
No, I got you on that.
Fuck all of that. Like,
look, I'm hitting people that hit me all the time for favors. Yo, can you get this on the Forbes?
You're doing it the right way. Yeah. You're doing it the right way. I'm just saying how I look at it too. You know what I'm saying?
Good politics, man.
Yeah, people owe me.
People owe you, and that's fine.
And mind you, a small favor, just repost this for me. That's it.
But I agree with you.
You can't have the mentality that people owe you, though.
People don't owe you.
You have to do it with the intent of, you know what, I'm just doing it because I want to do that to goodness of my heart. If it comes back, it comes back. If it don't, it don't.
No, you're right.
And that's why I say the relationship is what's going to keep it. Because if you ask me how my day is going before you tell me to post some shit, that might make me want to post the shit. Because now you're like, yo, you don't know how my day is going.
Oh no, I would never come at
I'm
you
not
like.
saying that.
Yeah, I
I'm
got
just saying
you.
how
I understand your
relationship
As a matter of fact,
is
you
what
might not
keeps
have
you.
to ask. You know, if me and you are buddies, or 3 of us, 4 of us are buddies, and I see you promoting some shit, I might go, you know what? That's my homie. Let me fucking retweet it. Tell people to go out here because that's nothing. But if I don't speak to you at all, and then out of the blue, yo, I got this party at blah blah blah. Can you retweet? I'll resent you a little because it's like, yo, I got a life too. You interested in my life? You interested in my retweets?
No, and then you just don't know. Like, I got people. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what if you in the hospital. You don't know what the fuck is going on with you.
Friendship more important to me, man.
That's why. That's how you're gonna build that right.
I'm with that.
That's how you build that.
But everybody's
right
not your friend though.
That's right.
Let's
I don't
keep
have
that a stat.
small, very small.
Everybody's not your friend. You know what I mean? So, but you have to test relationships. So you have to ask.
I feel like when you test people, you do it because you want them to fail. I don't like testing, man.
Because people do fail all the time. You're right.
I just don't like the I don't like the lane of doing something for somebody because you think they're gonna get something in return, or me hollering at you.
That's where you get hurt at.
I want something. Like girls are like that.
You get hurt like that.
What do you mean?
Like girls always think you want pussy. You know what I'm saying? I could be I'm genuinely just doing that out of the goodness of my heart, and I'm not here to prove to you that I'm not trying to get your pussy. You just gotta
like when you hold the door or something like that, or you
Yeah.
do some kind favor and they act
like
like
everybody think me and Sasha fucking.
Yeah, we according to everyone, we've been fucking for 4 years.
You guys have never had sex before?
Never.
No. Not anything.
Nothing.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing.
No shower scenes.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
No shower scenes.
No
Nothing.
shower
That's
scenes.
infamous.
My
Nothing.
homie, like no.
For real.
Never. You've never seen him naked.
No.
Never seen
Never.
You've never seen his butt.
Nope.
You haven't.
He going there.
talking
He
about?
going there.
I'm just saying the internet has seen your
No.
butt. I don't know why it's
Shut the
weird
fuck
that
up. That's not
she
me on
hasn't
the
seen
goddamn
it.
picture.
That is you.
Show Sasha that picture and ask Sasha if that's me. That is
Hold on
not
one
fucking.
second.
Sasha know me.
man.
Listen.
Oh, I know you.
You think
Nah, I
you
don't
know
mean it
him.
like that. You know what I'm
You
talking
think
about.
Nah,
you know
nah,
him. Now you're gonna know him.
But I'm saying
Let me
people
see
think
it.
me and Sasha
Oh,
fucking. I'm like,
man.
why they think we fucking? Because we cool? Because we kick it with each other? Because we hold each other down? Like,
You
That's
see
right.
a successful
That's right.
male and attractive female, and they think, why aren't they fucking? Hold on one second. But you're gonna tell me that that's not Charlamagne the guy?
Nah.
exactly.
Yo.
Yo,
fuck?
you need to get that on the next Forbes DVD. That's what you
You know
need
what's
to do.
crazy? Let's build on that. It's stuff that
Look
I
at the
see
face,
that I
yo.
know it ain't really true. I would
Tell
never
me
put
that's
up
not
a
him.
Forbes DVD just
You didn't know
because
him
of.
like that.
Nah,
you guys like your
nah,
friends,
You
huh?
understand? I would have to build with you first. Like, yo, is this okay?
That's real.
You understand? Because you know what happens? I throw that up. Now it's like, I don't fuck with that guy. Not to say that you like that,
Yeah.
but a lot of people are. You know
Motherfuckers
that.
get the headline. They'll see the headline and be like, yo, you got nude pics. Nigga, what the fuck I look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers really think that's me. Posting that shit.
I say
like,
that
I am
shit.
one of those motherfuckers. That
I thought you
Nah,
was
that
playing.
don't look like you. That don't look. That
You are a
clearly,
liar
that
right now.
clearly doesn't look like him.
in the face.
No,
because he's
nigga.
fucking bald. Anybody that's bald look like each other.
That
And my ass ain't that fat either.
Listen, the only thing.
You thought it was yours.
Hold on,
No,
you
you know what's
think
crazy?
you think
I
that
seen
doesn't
it.
look like him? Get the fuck out of here.
I seen it.
Hold on, you think that don't look like him?
Nah.
I mean, it's a slight resemblance. I ain't gonna say it live. It's a slight resemblance. You my homie, but I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it honest at all times.
You
know what I'm
can't say
saying?
that's not
Let me
him.
tell you something.
That's
they,
your
they
nose.
put that picture so much in my time. Like, you know, the first couple of days you ignore it. I'm like,
Look at
nigga, let
that.
me make sure ain't nobody catching me out there. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Look at that.
And I
That
look at
ass,
shit
though.
like, get the
Listen.
fuck out
Yo,
of
Got
here.
a
looks like
fatty
Sasha.
right
That
there.
looks like you back when you wait a little more.
Yo,
You know what I
word.
mean? This
Just
is old
like
Sasha.
that.
This
Yo.
is shower Sasha. Look at that.
All right, let's wrap this shit up,
All
man.
right, man.
Everybody do their final shout outs. M.Reck, what you got?
Right now, M.Reck, I got the single New York City Rap on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? You can go get that off Google Play as well. Then I got the single All In featuring China Black. That's my artist. You know what I mean? On Gutter Music. Go get that. Love is Love is on iTunes, Google Play. And I got the Street Radio Rotation album I dropped last year. That's a classic. Every joint on there been on radio, mainstream radio and everything. And go to ForbesDVD.com, FORBEZ DVD.com. Hit me on Twitter, M.Reck GM, MRECKGM on Twitter and Instagram. And
One time for that boy Doggy Diamonds.
shouts to Doggy Diamonds, my partner,
Doggy
and
don't
Quan
even
Lee in the
realize
building.
it. He be keeping me on point. He don't even realize it.
In what way?
Like, he'll say things every now and then. He be like, I don't know, man. I think Charlamagne might be getting soft.
Oh wow!
And interviews and shit, I be like, okay, watch this. It's your fault. It's your fault.
That's Doggy. Yeah, that's Doggy. So he the reason why you might spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, listen, I
That's big.
have
So-
no problem with constructive criticism. I want to keep people happy. You know what I'm saying?
So if you're going into the Breakfast Club, check Doggy Diamond's Twitter the night before. And that's the Charlamagne that you're gonna.
I mean, just sometimes you never know. But I don't like I always say I don't want to become a caricature of myself. I don't do things just because people expect me to do it. Like, yo, I want you to go in. If I don't want to go in, I'm not going in. It might not be nothing for me to go in on. I may not feel the same way you feel. But I'll ask the question for you. I'll be like, yo, people say. If you notice I do that, I'll be like,
you doing your job though. You doing your job.
Or I'll say people say.
That's great.
But Sasha, what you got?
Yeah, well, I start working on another film next month. It's a romantic comedy, so that's pretty cool. But you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
No more shower scenes.
No, that was just that one time.
Okay.
You can do shower scenes.
I could do shower scenes, but I'll just make sure Charlamagne don't see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, she's infamous for the shower scene, so you know.
Okay.
Yo, was that fucking scene that serious?
No.
Niggas love you in the hood.
Yo, that's dope. That's dope.
Why?
That's dope.
I've never seen it, but I just purchased that movie on iTunes.
See, I got you a sale just now. I don't know if you get.
Well, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Sasha Delvalle.
How the fuck you be traveling so much?
Cause that's what I do. I had a pass. Like I bought a pass for like $4,000, $3,000, and I fly wherever that airline goes. That's why I pay to know people.
What airline was it? Malaysian?
Thank God, no.
No, I'm just. You was fantasizing about getting a train ran on you. That's when you do it. You go out of town by yourself. Go to one of them islands.
No, you know what? I don't bring my toy when I go out, and it's because I don't want to get caught. Like when I put my bag through the thing. I really have a fear. I really
pulling that shit out the luggage, right?
Yo, let me tell you something. That's honest to God. Like I have a fear that they're gonna open my bag, and with my luck, people will want to fuck with me just to see a reaction. So I'm like, yo, I leave it home.
That's good footage too.
I leave it home.
I thought this was a missile.
But I'm grinding every time I'm hosting parties. So sometimes I'm getting flown out to host a party and
beautiful,
or just castings and stuff like
that.
Check
her out, yo. Me, you can check me out this weekend at McGuire's Comedy Club out in Long Island in Bohemia. I got shows Friday and Saturday, and then next week in Rhode Island. I'll be at the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island. So come and check out those shows. And keep checking out the videos we got on YouTube, This American Hype, and all the other projects we're doing.
I don't have nothing to promote because I don't do shit.
That's what's up.
Go get that M.Reck Respect My Handle album coming out soon. All right, on Gutter Music, and we're gonna announce the big major distribution deal. I'm gonna let Charlamagne do that. How about that?
Listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast, first of all, thank you, M.Reck. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And if you listen to this podcast and you think we're brilliant, you think we're smart, you learned something, you're absolutely right.